city, live, city, live, city, live, from the basement. Listen, let's go. Word articulation, life manifestation. Them underground niggas like me chillin' in your basement. I'm sicker than an ulcer, flyer than a vulture. Got the Nina in my lap like it's part of the culture. 40 in the holster, I'ma do what I'm supposed to. If your CD is whack, we gon' use it for a coaster. From here to Valdosta, don't make me pop the toaster. Speed it through life like a Ferrari Testarossa. My dream is to own land with mad acres, affiliated with jawbreakers and lawmakers. We pour aces with all types of races, chicks with dime faces, dodging court cases. I remember hearing stories about them old timers, sipping whiskey so darker than coal miners. Face it, we lace it and place it, complacent. It's that underground knock that be cooking in the basement.
In the basement, I took them through the basics, similar to training to see if they was cake mix. You're complacent, stuck in this matrix, banana clip on your monkey ass going ape shit. Emancipate your whole spirit on some ape shit. You don't want this, I'm the 1988 shit. A pandemic to these MCs in bouts, so they lay up on the couch and they never leave the house. Figure it out, this is the now or the present. Your life is in the balance, so you challenge every second. You can't see me in the daytime, look fluorescent. This a grown man, while you stepping prepubescent. Flexing a bird chest, laid up in a bird's nest. The heat that I spit's designed to burn flesh and leave nothing left but your skeletal set. And this is how we tame every credible threat.
Welcome to Jam Rock, nigga, my gong tough, my bong stuffed. Think you inhaling the wrong stuff, fly feet of language, leave them all struck. Screwed with the Mac, they should all duck, meaning you and them niggas you called up. Settlement the concept, this is raw dust. Should be careful what you call us. It started as a hobby in a project lobby. Finding my focus, now it's center stage. Blunted, Breaking Bad, who the dopest is me. Cock and semi guys. What else you expect with Sound Chamber link with City Live? Niggas gotta give me mine. Janet Jackson action, you can get it anytime, any place. Whole family crying, the Millie wine. No con artist, but it's shady how I slump boost. Big cannon, Jack your Lil Johns for your crunk juice. Don't make me have a flashback, knock your fronts loose. Panther high as a kite, ripping my stripes like run shoes.
Hey, y'all, I got a great new album in the mail today.
DIDDY'S. Whether you're in the mood for romance or an intimate night of fondling and hardcore fucking. If you're into water sports, this is the soundtrack for you. Let your stream of conscience flow as you rock over B-Dub-Beats. Cause you know you want it bad as I do. D-Dub-Beats. Light her ass up. She said her shoulders hurt, but those B-Dub-Beats were playing. Oh man. Some things are worth pulling out for. Like D-Dub-Beats. Hear the beats that made Florida Evans drop the punch bowl.
Fantastic album, man. Let me borrow it. No, my brother. You got to buy your own.
And we're live.
What up?
Back in effect. It is the FM podcast on this wonderful Saturday evening. I am your host for the evening. I am B-Dub.
Branson.
Hassan, a.k.a. Alpha Dog. Woof, woof.
Alpha Dog in the building.
Shout out Kelly Joe.
Yeah, Kelly Joe.
Anticipating Buddha's arrival.
Yes.
Buddha supposed to
We're
show
not
up.
anticipating Kelly Joe's arrival.
Nah, I don't know about anticipating Kelly Joe, but definitely shout out my girl. We have walked into the beginning of May.
Yes, we have.
May has started.
Yep.
Monday is going to be Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Next Sunday will be Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So,
Damn.
yeah.
It's a lot of holidays,
Yeah.
and then it'll be Memorial Day.
Memorial Day coming up. So, yeah, we're getting ready to get into it. Birthdays are getting ready to be popping off. My mom's birthday. My son's birthday. Summer is definitely coming. Pool's about to be opening up. So, get ready. It was a nice week. It was a beautiful week in Raleigh. So
Yeah, it actually was.
it was a really nice week in Raleigh this week. It was really, really nice. So it's going to get a little cooler, I believe, this week. So enjoy the enjoy the cool weather while we got it, because it go from hot to hot as hell real quick in the city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the best part is I love my light bill, because this past month, after seeing that big expensive one from February.
Talking about, I'm still catching up with that.
Okay, I'm glad to know it wasn't I had to call Progress Energy.
No, they was really taxing everybody on that shit.
Okay.
They helped to build that new power plant.
I got my new bill, and I was like, oh, thank God. A reasonable bill.
Because all April, my heat was off, my AC was off.
I ran nothing.
I ran absolutely nothing.
They got motherfuckers scared to cut on shit.
I spent all April scared to cut on.
You better cut that damn light off. You about to jump on them, motherfucker.
February bill? Was it February?
Yeah,
whatever
when we had that real
it was like doing
February,
like January.
Like that, that bill right there, that electric
bill. They was
bill,
smacking motherfuckers in the head.
It definitely was an obstacle
Welcome to America.
Not expect to get.
Yeah, I called Progress Energy about that.
You get light bills. Look like you get this. Like, hold on,
that shit.
Did I miss a light bill?
That's the first thing I did. I said, did I miss a payment? I know I paid last month.
Shit is crazy.
So hopefully we have a summer that's a little bit more mild, so my power bill, because I gotta stay cool.
You got look. If the cold bring out them bills like that, you can imagine what the summer gonna be like.
No, I'm gonna imagine being butt ass naked in my crib.
But you gonna be hot as hell. You gonna be hot as hell in that motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm gonna be hot as hell.
Look, you gonna bring by fans and shit.
Every light gonna be off.
Look, the summer is gonna be a beast, boy.
And we haven't had a hot summer in a while either.
Yeah, exactly.
I definitely can see a scorcher this year.
If them bills like that from the cold Arctic blast that we had, and that shit was like a little over a month, You can imagine what the summer gonna be
I'm
like.
just putting towels all on my furniture and just laying on a butt ass naked.
That shit gonna be. Ooh, them bills are gonna be.
This summer going to be. This
Hey,
summer going to be.
hey, if you in NC anywhere, if y'all had any high bills, I'm sure everybody, because I seen it on online. Y'all had. Be prepared what that summer gonna be like.
Yeah,
goddamn.
I looked at my bill and I was traumatized. Like,
look,
what in the
motherfucker,
world?
Look, your AC better be at 75.
Yeah, that's what mine is on. Mine
75.
Is on 75. 75.
75.
And I got a fan on.
And you had a ceiling fans on.
Yeah. So we're gonna start off with our usual customary shout outs to 8th and Fancy.
And it's you got to try the float juice. That's what it's called.
The float juice.
It's
Yes,
float
it's pretty
juice.
delicious.
Yes, the float juice is amazing. Definitely shout out them.
Mixes great with alcohol.
Yes,
I can tell you from personal testimony.
Yes, definitely shout out to 8th and Fancy.
You can get floating effed up at the same damn time. It's wonderful. Okay, after 8th and Fancy, we're gonna give a shout out to Dank Drinks.
Shout out
of drinks.
the dankest of drinks.
Yes, then shout out to Crimey Dealers.
Crimey.
For the various crimiest of juices.
Deals. The crimiest of deals
Yes.
on juices.
Yes. And then shout out, of course, to the local plug. Please eat responsibly. Okay, so yeah, we've got a full list of topics. What I really wanted to start off with, I guess, would be the major news. I think we're going to jump ahead of it because it's going to be this coming week is Diddy's trial. So Diddy's trial is coming up upon us, I guess, next week or, yeah. Do you know the exact day it's supposed to fall on? I don't know.
I think like the 14th.
Is this the trial of the century?
Nah.
Okay.
Because right now it's looking good for Diddy because
Man,
Diddy
he's not getting
Diddy rejected the plea deal.
right.
But they make everybody plea deals.
No, they don't.
Who don't they make plea deals to?
No, they don't.
If-
Listen, that's the same district that convicted Harvey Weinstein. They ain't offering his ass no damn plea deal. He knew if they got your ass red-handed like how they say you
Regardless,
are. No. You
most
just listen.
times
You just
you're
asked-
offered a plea.
No, you're not.
That's just how it goes.
You're not offering a plea unless they're hoping that you see. Listen, number one, this is what they was attempting to do. They know this man has never been locked up this long as he have. So if they offering him a plea deal, they hoping that by him being incarcerated for the time that he had, he just trying to take something so he can get the fuck out. Feel what I'm saying? So since the fact that he rejected that shit, that lets me know their case is weak.
Or he thinks their case is weak.
No.
That doesn't necessarily mean their case is weak.
Listen,
but
man,
we'll see.
we're gonna see.
We'll see.
The thing about it is, to beat the feds, you gotta have money.
Yeah,
And
that
he
is
got
true. So it looks like, Diddy has pleaded not guilty to charges of trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. And his defense attorney did talk with Combs about the plea offer before they decided to reject it. And it says this proposal would have given him a lighter sentence he would have received if he is found guilty at the trial of all charges.
Right.
So the hearing was the last before the trial begins. And jury selection is going to be on Monday. So.
And guess who's the Fed's star witness?
Who is the Fed star? Oh, Cassie.
Yeah. Our credibility gonna get shot the hell up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So if this is who your star witness is, she done took money, you feel what I'm saying, for whatever. And on top of that, I mean, like I said, don't be surprised this man go free. That's all I gotta say. Because the thing about it is, she's complicit in the whole manner. All they gotta do is
she already got her money.
Yeah, she got her money and she participated. Now the point is, it's gonna come down whether she did it willingly or not. But again, y'all was together for so long, then y'all went y'all separate ways, and then you come back years later, and you got paid off, and here you are, you testifying against him.
This doesn't sound right at all.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, I don't know what they got on Diddy, because so far a lot of the stuff they're alleging just really is just embarrassing stuff.
That's
like
it.
The baby oil.
Right. Dildos.
Yeah.
He kept the tapes of the damn. The only thing that they can probably get, and you even the guns that was in his house, he can find a loophole to get around that.
Like
when you got
we gonna see what the
resources, when
feds
you got
got.
resources, bro, it's a whole
they
different
might
ball.
have kept their case.
They ain't
tight to
coming.
breast.
They ain't
So,
coming
you
with
know,
no plea. If I got this man right here, a billionaire that I can take down,
Like
and
I
he
said,
black,
we going.
I ain't
see,
offering
but
no
I'm
plea.
not- if the feds ain't have a worthwhile case, they wouldn't be pushing it to trial. That's how I look at it. If they knew they didn't have it,
They always do
did
that.
with the Young Thug.
yeah.
but
And
that
they ain't
was
had no
but
case.
that
Look what happened.
that was a state. That's not a that
Okay.
was a
Correct.
state case.
Correct.
So like there's a big difference in that.
You are
off
correct.
top.
I mean,
that was a state case.
the feds have been
The
beaten.
feds wouldn't push if they didn't have something worthwhile. We're gonna wait to see. He might get off. I'm of the ilk, like I don't know.
Remember
I don't know.
remember majority of their cases built around cats and those bullshit ass lawsuits. Feel what I'm saying?
It's going to be interesting.
Okay, so it does look like, the trial is set to begin Monday, May 5th, with the jury selection, and the opening statements in the trial are scheduled to begin Monday, May 12th. And, of course, the trial is not going to be televised, so they are going to have that wonderful sketch artist who's been drawing Diddy to look like Matt Barnes and shit. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting as this plays out. Yeah, Cassie video is to be allowed as evidence, of course.
Okay.
I don't understand what that evidence proves other than he whoops ass, which, I mean, is
Which defense gonna come back and say y'all released the tape on intentionally when it was supposed to be in evidence.
Yeah,
to,
that's what I was thinking.
As a way to turn public opinion about him, sway public opinion about him, which that is exactly what the tactic is gonna be. You leak the tape. You see what I'm saying? So it's too many. It's, in my opinion, it's too many weak ass holes in this case for me to say, because nobody with outside cast, nobody with any type of credibility coming forward saying, "Hey, I'm testifying
But
against."
we're just assuming.
Right, I said-
we have
I just
we
said
have not
that.
seen what the feds are going to do.
Right,
We have
again,
not
I'm
seen
just
what they're
saying.
going to do yet.
I clearly
But
stated
from
that.
what you said, from what you've seen, kind of iffy, kind of
Kinda
iffy. But May 12th,
May 12th.
May
opening.
12th, May 12th opening statements.
Yes.
We're not going to be able to see it, but we're going to be tuned in though.
Yeah, I'm going to be watching it day to day. And then that sucks. There's going to be no cameras.
That does kind of suck, especially how high profile this case is. Like a lot of people really want to know.
And who wanted it like that? Do we know who
Isn't
wanted
that
it?
the judge who decides that
At the
type of
judge's
information?
discretion. At the judge's discretion, more than likely.
This is going to be very, very sad because Diddy's ruined pretty much at this point just from the Cassie video.
Not necessarily.
Nobody's going to want to do business with him anymore.
And they've
Bullshit.
already got an all-white
You
woman
said
prosecution team.
I'm gonna tell you why it's bullshit. Because as long as you got money, as long as you got some type of hand in something, you're gonna be able to. You have a PR.
But I don't think openly, I don't think anybody
They still
openly
will.
now
They
behind
still
closed
will.
doors. But I don't think openly.
You haven't heard nobody openly saying. You haven't heard outside or anybody that's.
I haven't heard anybody openly except for like Stevie J and them supporting Puff.
Right.
Like except for his dudes.
Right. I mean, but the people who may have had something to say, it was contractual issues and stuff like that. So people that would have a gripe with him. You feel what I'm saying? So we talking about outside of that, business partners, other billionaires. You ain't heard nobody come out saying anything bad about him.
This is the question I got. Is Mace going to show up?
Yeah.
Oh, Mace wasn't Mace on
On his show,
podcast
he was at.
discussing-
He was.
Is Mace going?
Mace, didn't he take a poll from the?
Yeah,
I don't
said he
know.
was gonna take a poll.
I don't know if he was going or not. But that
I
I'd
don't
like to
think
see.
he's going.
You don't think he going?
I don't think he's going.
You-
Because Cam said you ain't show up for his MTV.
Is Kim going to be in the
all-time-
courtroom?
I think Kim be there.
Kim will be in
Kim
the
gonna be
courtroom.
Kim who?
Little
Kim,
Kim.
Lil Kim, she gonna be there.
Is see like Junior Mafia? Are they
Lil
going to?
C's,
Lil C's will be there.
I think Lil C's will be there.
This is a high profile case here.
Man, this
You
is
talking
going to
about
be
some
interesting.
Stars.
So it looks like, it's an all white prosecution team of 4 white women.
Right. It's gonna make it seem like it's a modern day lynch.
That's 4 white women that want to speak to the manager at the same time.
4 Karens.
4 Karens.
Right.
Yo.
And it's James Comey's daughter.
Yeah, the lead prosecutor is James Comey's
Which
daughter.
she's a corrupt ass. Go figure.
Yeah, so this
your
is
your dad got ran out of the damn out of the fucking shit because of his corrupt ass when he was doing his thing.
Yeah.
FBI.
So I'm gonna keep my eye on this story because it's gonna play out May 12th, and I don't really know
Names going to leak out.
what's gonna leak out.
Names, names. We're going to hear. Are we going to hear J-Lo's name?
I don't think they ain't got nobody.
No,
I don't think anybody with money. They ain't got nobody else.
No. They're gonna take down as many black men as they can in this case. So anybody who isn't a black male is gonna, most likely get a pass. So with J-Lo's name, I doubt we're gonna hear that.
No, you ain't.
We're not gonna hear that. We're not gonna. Cassie somehow, some way is innocent of everything. Poor little thing.
No. She gonna get it.
I mean,
Not poor little thing.
I'm just saying, you know. He paid her all those millions to walk away,
And you
she's
gonna
like,
come right
nah.
back? Yeah, I'm gonna come and say something anyway.
Yeah,
he
that's
might
fucked up.
well shit. He paid a goddamn
Yeah,
ass.
I know, right?
Like damn,
That's
bitch,
cold, Cassie.
I paid you a lump sum of money. You still gonna
Still
talk?
gonna rattle.
I mean, in
There's no
hindsight,
honor.
Look, on some real shit. Y'all ain't gonna believe it, but this is a conspiracy theory. This ain't no. Like I said, when he tried to buy into Ciroc said no. He tried to sue their ass for racism. Then he took it back and apologized. He done divulged some information to somebody within Ciroc. They done pushed Cassidy, hey, go get that. They done gave her some money. Hey, go file that shit. Because she waited on the last day when you can file it on New Year's Eve and you file for past sexual assault and shit like that. And that's when, because they knew Diddy was gonna fucking pay.
Well, in
because Diddy
hindsight-
talked too damn much.
in hindsight, I know he probably wish he didn't give Cassie that money.
He probably shouldn't gave her that damn money.
I done
Like,
gave you
bitch,
the
I done
money
paid
and
you this damn money. You still
You
talking.
done spend a block.
You still
on me?
talking.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's some wicked shit.
That's diabolical.
Look, I'm serious. Look, crazy work. Like, how you gonna do me like that, man? I
You
should
gonna
just kept
take
my
my
bread.
money and then
Look,
spend the block
I'm telling
on
you,
me.
man. Hey, these new age chicks is fucking the game up.
Yeah, they are.
They fucking the game up to some new level type shit.
Yeah, so this is going to be something to see. Yo, did you read the litany of shocking allegations towards Diddy? It says Diddy is accused of arranging, directing, and masturbating during these freak-offs, which he would often record, sometimes unbeknownst to the victims. The freak-offs would last for days with multiple workers involved.
Now that like okay, boom, that's any porn set except for the people having knowledge of it being taped. That's the problem.
Yeah, and they're also
I'm sure they knew.
they're saying allegedly he distributed drugs like ketamine, ecstasy, GHB, cybacillin, and
Unless you
methamphetamine.
got him physically on video doing that, you can't say
That's
that.
any porn studio that you just named, I'm sure.
Cybacillin. So Diddy was just giving out mushrooms like, here, take this, take that, take that.
Everybody would whatever you wanted. He had the fucking allegedly somebody supplied the damn drugstore at the damn party. Whatever the fuck you want.
So it also says employees allegedly arranged for the workers to cross state lines. They'd also book hotels, stock rooms with freak-off supplies, including thousands of bottles of baby oil and lubricant, and arrange for travel of the victims. And Diddy made recordings of these freak-offs and were used as collateral to ensure the silence of the victims, according to the indictment. And it also says Combs used guns, kidnapping, and arson to control his victims.
That shit so weak. As you listen to that shit.
I mean, he did burn what you would call a car up, though.
No, we don't know that. We don't know that. No.
Kid Cudi had a car that magically exploded.
He allegedly.
And it wasn't a Tesla.
Hey, we don't know Diddy did no shit like that. We're not gonna do that. No, we're not doing
Okay,
that.
allegedly,
he's supposed.
I damn sure don't need my Ford blowing up.
I don't believe
this is
that
all
shit.
allegedly.
So, like I said, is there any more you got list? You gotta say that's up there, or that was it?
That's it in terms of the charges.
So again, if you listen, you hear all the charges like you jacking off. Who doesn't watch porn and jack off a masturbate?
I mean, like I said, it sounds
not
like
on video.
It sounds like any
he recorded.
porn
Hey,
studio.
if you in a multi-million-dollar mansion, you got cameras and audio security system
But
all
you
around the
still
fucking
have to-
house.
But you still have to get people's permission. That's going to be the
No.
Listen to it.
Listen to it. Listen. You're coming into a multi-million-dollar mansion. Anybody with common sense know there's security cameras and video recorded every fucking where you go. You got high-end shit there. Somebody got niggas steal too.
Yeah, you
so you don't come in here thinking that this man's shit ain't protected. That's dumb.
But you got me on tape.
Hold on, if you fucking in wide open, what you think gonna happen?
Look,
Come on, you can't do that.
I'm just saying.
No. Unless he distributed and made money off of it, that's a different story. He kept the tape. That's the security system.
And then for this, he could have been making money selling porn and everything.
But he didn't do that. He
could have been really out of control.
Allegedly, he kept them shits just to look at them. You know what I'm saying? He did shit that most men would dream of doing. You have a big ass
East Coast
orgy.
production.
Masturbating
No,
with
have a
thousands
big
of bottles of lube.
You try to be funny.
He was really East Coast Productions. How there was West Coast Productions. Puppy was really running East Coast Productions.
Come on, man. Listen. That whole shit.
Welcome to Bad Boy Studios.
Look, don't do that. Don't do that. Like
East
I said,
Coast Productions.
the whole thing is he did things. He had an orgy. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, he masturbated. Like, what the hell? Like, what's the crime behind that? He asked somebody, "Do you want to go with me over here to Cali?" They said yes.
This the other thing, though. That
Okay.
We don't know if it's any kids involved. That's the stick.
Well, they would have said kids in the charges. They didn't.
Yeah,
They would have listed charges if it was some minors involved. So that's automatically out the picture right there.
We're going to see May 12th.
May 12th.
Now, it's saying no victims were identified by name in the indictment, but allegations involving a victim one aligned with a March 2016 incident related to Combs whooping ass on her surveillance video with Cassie at that LA hotel. So they're assuming maybe victim one is Cassie in the indictment.
Right.
And
so they going to build their case around her. And they're going to try to get her, which she can't say too much. She's going to implicate herself because it's going to open her ass up to where wasn't you there? Did he put a gun to your head? Did you willingly do that? She going to have to answer yes to that shit. So I'm just saying. I mean,
we going to see.
This whole shit, it just seems, unless some bombshell, witness come out of left field, which they got to introduce that shit so the defense team have time to, defend them, prepare for that shit. I mean, this shit kind of shaky. I mean, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm just reading. It looks like so far they don't have a list of witnesses other than Cassie, who's going to come to testify. So everything is kind of hidden, hush, hush. Nothing is out there. Cassie is just about the only thing we have at the moment.
Right. They're gonna put her
off of in terms of victims,
and they're hoping that the anger of people seeing the video of him beating her will carry over to where this blind justice, to where people like, we don't give a damn if you can't charge him for this, convict his ass on this. I mean, which again, that's not how the justice system works. You got to convict him on the charges that the federal government brought against him, not what he did with Cass.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think we'll see how this will play out. It's going to be interesting.
May 12th.
Yes.
May 12th.
Okay. I wanted to move on from Diddy and discuss, because we've been talking about older, younger for these past few episodes. And like clockwork, Bill Belichick is in the news. Legendary coach can apparently coach
Of the new
his girl. And it's very unfortunate. And it's very ironic, too, because, Bill Belichick usually coaches 24-year-olds to greatness. And unfortunately, this 24-year-old's a little bit, this one's a little bit different. So Bill Belichick is in the news because his young girl is pretty much trying to take over the show. He did an interview, I guess, with CBS Sunday morning about coaching and his
talking about his book, his memoir book.
UNC. Then they asked him questions like, "Hey, where'd you meet this young girl at? This YG?" And that's when his girl decided to step up and say, "I don't think that's appropriate questions." And then they decided to end the interview because she was a little bit too over controlling, trying to run shit. And, people have been concerned. I've been watching video all week on people talking about Bill Belichick. He's lost his pimp-hand. Everybody's basically been saying that. Charles Barkley said they worried about Bill Belichick. His pimp hand is no longer strong.
It's arthritic.
It's very arthritic.
I mean,
I don't know now. They had a picture. I mean, cut you off. They had a picture of him now about a month ago.
How old is Bill?
He's like 74.
Yeah, that pimp hand arthritic.
She was up. I mean, he had her up in the air on the beach and said legs up, and she was up. He got some strength now for a 74-year-old.
Can we be honest? Let's be honest. She is taking on all the fringe benefits that he's giving her, and she's just waiting for him to hit bucket. That's pretty much it.
But see,
let's
listen,
just call a spade a spade.
It's always been like that. You know what I'm saying? You go all the way back to, or at least the last 400 Civil War.
You go back to the beginning of the time.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But I'm just like society, especially white society or different societies. If you have an older man who doesn't have either children or a wife that's around, they tend to go younger because them younger ones can take care of them. So in the process of them taking care of them, they give them money.
Well, doesn't Bill Belichick have children?
Yes,
I believe
and
so.
He has money, so he's taking care of for the rest of his life.
She is waiting
for him to.
Well, I'm sure he's not obliging it either. Shit.
No, he knows.
I'm sure he got something. He got something set up.
It is a working partnership.
Yeah,
it is a working partnership. They understand everything that's going on here.
Listen, I just said it's like either you gonna play for free with the YNs or you gonna sit here and play with somebody who got the bread.
That's just like
it's
with
one
Hugh.
Or the other, unless you get lucky and find somebody that's your age that's doing that.
That's like Hugh. Hugh was doing the same thing. It was a partnership. Everybody understood the partnership that they were in.
I get you.
So
this is why I say I don't see why the hypocrisy that
because we're black.
Thank you. Shannon Sharpe getting the hypocrisy when we got black white men who does this on a regular basis and black women who does this on a regular basis.
Well, it's starting to look really bad for Bill Belichick just because everybody is very concerned about this. And his girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, they're finding out she's got a little bit of a history going on.
Yeah, y'all fucking up her money. She making a run.
Well, people are talking, people like Colin Cowherd, who made a comment on the relationship that's kind of bringing attention to her. I got that clip lined up.
So, okay. The Bill Belichick Jordan Hudson story has taken an interesting turn. So I had two strong opinions on this story. I now have three. My first opinion was bit cringy. He's 70 plus, she's 24. Then I watched the CBS interview, which she stepped in front of and like a professional said, "You're not talking about our private relationship." My second opinion was it's still age-wise a little creepy, but in college football, old Bill needs this. He just happens to be dating it too, but he needs this. Then another story came out, and skeletons are starting to be unearthed. And reporters are starting to report. There was a story in the New York Post yesterday that Jordan Hudson has amassed $8 million in real estate, multiple homes, starting at the time she started dating Bill. Who am I to pry? Another part of this story is looking back at her family, who had a fishing business that went bankrupt. Her mother moved to Cape Cod, and now, I'll only say this once, manages a sex toy shop and museum. Didn't know they existed. The museum part doesn't sound like the Smithsonian, but who am I to be snarky? The family's a little different. It does appear now I'll have a third opinion, which is they are both benefiting in multiple ways from each other. Whatevs. It's gone from cringy to crucial to crypto. I don't know what the hell I'm going to get tomorrow. That's why I don't invest in it. And here's the thing. She is providing a service. Take your mind out of the gutter. She is providing a service as his social media director, and she'd like to be compensated for it. That's, I think, where we are.
The Facebook.
Yeah, so that was Colin Cowherd speaking on Bill Belichick's relationship. So she got $8 million worth of property over multiple houses.
Do you hear white folks calling him out? Do you hear them even trying to admonish him? What they saying? Oh, I'm concerned. That's the first thing they say. I'm concerned. But somebody that's 25 years younger than him, you feel what I'm saying? Matter of fact, it ain't 22 years younger than him. Oh, he should know better. I mean, you can see the hypocrisy that's across the board. I'm concerned. A darker skinned man, oh, you should know better. Like, what the fuck we doing here? What we doing here?
I mean, but
what we doing here?
Come on now.
White people
Say
and black
it the
people
right way.
play with the same
This
rules?
is a man's world.
Say what?
But it's a white man's world.
Do white people and black people play with the same rules?
Never have.
So what?
But
why are you sitting here
this is
confused
where.
by this?
So this is where. So now I'm asking my people. So where does it make sense to sit here? You see the other side doesn't play by the same rules that you do, but you're still gonna walk down that line. Make it make sense. If you're gonna hold this side, your own side, accountable, it should be just as well as equal as well, if not twice as more furious on the other side. But it's not. Everybody's quiet. They're showing concern, even down to the black
They're
people.
white.
Now I'm talking about you got black people speaking up for him. I'm concerned about him.
Yeah, because it's Bill Belichick.
Man,
Bill
listen.
Belichick.
They just care about their parlays.
Bill Belichick's whole theme was control. He had control.
I get you on all that.
And on
But
top
who
of that,
said-
I'm gonna say this: we were debating with Shannon Sharpe. The girl was 19.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move this age up. This one is what 24.
24.
So
5
That's so 50-something years.
nevertheless,
50.
she is well, good and grown.
My God!
As we look at
are
it,
we doing this? 50 years, 23. Are we really
Yeah,
pushing
it's
the
about a
scale?
50,
Are we
yeah.
pushing the scale here?
Bill Belichick was 49-year age gap.
Are we pushing the scale here?
and that's cool,
It
but like I said,
this is what I'm
y'all-
talking about. You must keep the same energy. There's no way
I
in the
can't
hell.
worry about what white people do.
Okay,
That's
but these
not my-
are the same
that's-
people. These are the same people that black people would defend as well. You just had Charles Barkley clip. You just said Charles Barkley he's concerned. Did I hear Charles Barkley say he was concerned for Shannon Sharpe? No, because he's
Has
supposed.
Barkley spoke on Shannon Sharpe?
I haven't.
No.
To be fair, I haven't heard him say that.
Again, so this is what I'm saying. You ain't speaking on Shannon Sharpe, but you're gonna speak on Bill Belichick, and you saying he's concerned.
I mean, first of all, I don't know. Is Charles single? Charles not married.
Charles is married. He's been married.
Charles been married to that white woman
Married to
forever.
That white woman forever.
So but look. We
Again.
all know it's a partnership. We know what this partnership
And it's like
is.
it's a
Just
partner.
like with
Just
this.
like it was Shannon Sharpe, it was a
Wow.
partnership.
Yeah, we knew that was a partnership
just-
as well. But
There's just
the
no
diff-
race play with Bill Belichick.
Exactly. And on top of that is no race play. And on top of that, the one chick playing her fucking role to where she's getting what the fuck she wants.
She's not playing a role right now.
Well, now she's not, but beforehand, I didn't mean to cut you off. Before she had that outburst on the shit, she was playing her role.
But we're talking about an 18, 19-year-old girl compared to a 24, 25-year-old
But remember,
girl.
she was 21 when they met.
again, we're sitting here
Was she
talking
21
about
or
three.
was she
We're talking
19?
about a
No,
three.
she was 21.
We're talking about who's 21? Who we talking?
Bill Belichick's girlfriend. when he
Okay,
met
so
her.
what I'm saying is, y'all sitting here saying because about 3 years.
Nah, I ain't saying.
Okay, well that's what it sounds like because it's three. That's what it
You're-
sounds like.
You're in your early 20s. You're not a teenager. It's kind of a different.
But
No,
but
it's
here's
not.
the one
They
thing I
both
will
are.
say.
They're both legitimate.
Here's the one
grown.
thing I will say: Bill Belichick made his young girl work for him. Shannon didn't.
Of course. So the thing about it is, what I'm saying is,
Bill got
it's the
her
same-
as a girl. That's his girl. That chick with Shannon was
somebody he was fuck, but he was taking
but he
care
was-
of.
hey, yeah,
he
he
was
was-
taking care of her.
Yeah, he was taking care
He
of
was
her.
taking
He was
care
having
of
conversations
Right,
with
that's
her, going out
relation.
in public
And
with her.
in the rule of law, that's a relationship.
Shit.
nevertheless, like I'm saying, Bill set his girl up. Bill
Shannon
$8
did
million.
too. His girl got stupid and tried to get greedy because he got that $100 million. That's the difference. Shannon was taking care of her. He was dropping bread on her to sit the fuck down.
Yeah, that
But
is true.
you said Bill got the family in on it, right? He got the mom.
The family like, look, bitch, you got
The
a money
family know
train.
better.
They
But
playing
that's
their
why-
fucking
but that's what I'm
role.
saying. So the family, jumped-
Everybody's playing their role.
Everybody.
This bitch with that fucking Shannon with ain't playing her role. That's it. That's the
all
difference.
it is.
Both of them doing the same shit.
Except the Shannon's girl didn't have to do anything.
Right.
publicly.
All she had to do is suck him off, get him pussy, go out with him as a showpiece.
Well,
That's it.
like I say,
It's the same thing. I just want.
And that was too much to do.
what
You see what I'm saying? That was too much.
exactly too much to do. She got
That-
greedy.
And that lets you know the mind of women these days.
Right. So you got some that play their position where they know, like, I'm on a cash cow. I'm gonna play my position. That's why she got the assets that she got. Bill Belichick girl. She got the other shit. She was getting hers, but she got greedy because she saw that he talked. Shannon was pillow talking. Yeah, I'm about to get this $100 million contract. And she's like, she saw dollar signs.
Yeah.
And got done with it.
Something
but they both doing the
happened.
same shit.
Yeah, because Shannon was.
Shannon was
doing too
pillow
much.
talking.
Shannon was doing too much.
He was pillow talking. She was sucking his ass off. He probably had too many blue pills in his ass, and she
Yeah.
got his ass. She got his ass. He was talking. He done blurted out how much money he was coming across.
So that's Shannon's fault.
Yeah, to a degree, she knew
to a
too
degree.
much.
Yeah, she do too much.
Yeah, Shannon was putting too much out there. He was. First of all, my thing is, why are you even having conversations with a 19-year-old? That's way too young to just talk about anything.
I mean, you are smashing her shit.
I mean, again, I mean,
talk to her.
again,
And then
19,
you're
19,
saying he's
21.
spending this type of
Yeah.
time with her and stuff like that. I mean,
19, 21. I mean,
I can't talk to a 19-year-old about anything.
you right. I mean,
I don't
again,
care
I
if they
didn't.
my relative, whatever. It
But
don't matter.
but what I'm saying is, we got one that's 20-something years apart, and another one's 49 years apart.
Yeah.
And look at how the disparity in the of the reaction to that. That's what I'm just saying. We could just leave it right there. We ain't even gotta say no race. We ain't even gotta say
Yeah,
about who got more money.
nobody's concerned for
Just leave it
Maybe
at
other athletes.
just look at it. They both are similar. They both either coach or played in NFL. All right, sports. They both are retired. You feel what I'm saying? One is dated somebody 20-something years apart. The other one's 49 years apart.
It's black. Regardless of what you how
No, I
you
just
wanna-
said take the race out of it. It's still,
No, you can't. You can't. No, bro.
You can.
The main thing nobody's still even saying is, these are all these little white women doing this.
Right.
Most of these are white women out here trying to, I don't want to say milk the cow, but
Come up.
That's
come up. Come up.
You saying take the race out like we can't take race
I mean,
out.
of course,
no, it's
of
impossible.
course we can't take it out. But if you did take it out, just based off the age gap difference between the two should be enough. But it's not. That's all I'm just saying. Everybody's saying, "Oh, I'm concerned for Bill." What? This man knew what the fuck he was doing. Everybody played a position. That's all. Now that she had overstepped her boundary in a major interview, now they got people digging to look at what the fuck they're talking about, and they finding out some shit. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Bill.
You think that's going to stop Bill from?
No, just like do you think like Shedeur said, he like to play his wage. So you think that's gonna stop him? No.
I think Shannon knew better and just got cocky and arrogant.
That's all. He got caught up.
Yeah. I think the whole time just Shannon knew better, and he just threw caution to the wind, maybe due to ego. I'm about to get these $100 million.
She saw dollar signs.
Yeah, she saw nothing but dollar signs, man.
Not knowing if she just stayed in her fucking lane, he would have gave her that shit.
Yeah, but people aren't as concerned for Shannon, maybe because Shannon's younger.
But see, again, I mean,
Shannon is about 20 years younger than Belichick.
Exactly, but it's again, we talking about somebody. How many Super Bowls this man won? Seven. 6 or 7.
Shannon younger than hold on. Let me make sure I understand you. So since Shannon is younger than Bill Belichick, wouldn't that be even more egregious because the chick he's messing with is even younger?
No, I'm just saying why is there the disparity and outrage? You giving a 74-year-old.
I don't understand.
How you giving a 74-year-old pass?
Hugh Hefner did it his whole life. I've seen Hugh Hefner do it his whole life.
How? Oh my God!
I didn't see it.
How you give it?
I didn't see Hugh Hefner do that his whole life.
Okay, but how?
I saw Hugh Hefner do that
how do we give?
So it's not giving a pass. This is just what it is. No, it's not.
I'm not giving a pass.
That's what it is. You giving him because he's white and he's old. He got money.
No.
We gonna give him a pass.
No. It's not because he's old, and it's definitely not because he's white.
It's society.
That's what it is.
It's because he got money.
Okay, this man got money. He's black.
He didn't go about it the right way.
He should have got the 19-year-old white girl a job on his staff.
Bro, think about it.
Okay,
that's what Hugh Hefner did
right there.
He employed all of them
again
under the umbrella.
I get you on. And the thing,
Bill Belichick, right?
Well, he's basically doing the same thing too now.
Yeah, that's why
he's employing.
Bill was getting everybody money that way.
You're right. So again, outside of him setting it up, the employment way. Everybody's doing the same thing, but the outrage is wavering. It seems like on the black man, you better know what the fuck you're doing. Don't you make a goddamn mistake. Everything got to be perfect, which that's ridiculous.
That's but when the American way,
I don't give a fuck if it's a goddamn. I don't care.
That's the point.
Right, but who keeps that shit going though?
Because you feel because it's that way. Because you feel that strongly about that. Everybody else don't have to feel
but you're pandering to it though, don't you think so?
No.
Why? You're telling me it's the American way.
Okay,
you're pandering to it.
You know what the difference is though?
I'm asking the question.
Okay,
I was just asking the question.
No.
You don't consider that.
I'm just. It's the American way, and it's not going to change. Are you going to? Is it going to change because you're up in arms?
Yeah, because if more people
it's not going to change.
No, hold on. This is what you asked me a question. You're asking me a question. Can I answer? Can I answer?
I'm gonna go to what you told me before. Remember when Slim Thug said, "As long as you got money, a man will never be by himself." Or remember when Slim Thug said that? We was like, "Cool, like it is what it is."
Right. So you asked the question, right? I'm gonna answer that. You said, "Can it change?" Even if I'm up in arms like that, yeah, my voice count. And if I'm on a platform to where I can magnify other men or some women that can feel the same way I do, they just don't have the nerve to come out and say it. And here I am amplifying what they're feeling. Yeah, it can change. It can change. I'm an optimistic person.
Okay.
So I'm not the type of person that believe that whatever somebody say, that's what the fuck it means. No, we got a box. We got a parameter. I'll make moves within the rules you give me.
You know what I think about when I hear all this? I think back to my granddad. Because granddad was out here piping down a little young tenderoni before his days came to an end, too. And they were together for a good amount of time. I know she was about 20, 30 years younger than this nigga, yo.
Mm-hmm. It's his
life.
It's our society.
That's how it works.
It's how it
it's
is.
somebody for everybody.
I'm not questioning that.
Bro, let me say this, too, though. Like, everybody's mad at the men. Men are always going to try and get... Why is nobody saying they should raise their daughters not to...
A little bit.
Or just... don't take advantage of your elders, because that's what it sounds like.
Because remember last week what I say. If my daughter
like, why can't be
had
a
60-year-old guy, I felt that I have failed. As
yeah,
a
like
parent.
I didn't do something right.
I just completely failed.
And so I asked the challenge is, so it's okay. They play for free on the young YNs that ain't got it, that you most likely gonna have to come in financially to help in all sorts of way, or they end up, because it's either that or they get lucky and hit somebody that their age, give or take around their age, that got their shit together. You feel what I'm saying? Or they come across an older gentleman that he's paying to play.
Well, this is my thing. We see, and
That's
this
the
is the part I
American
think
way.
you
That's just the way. I can't even say the American way.
I'm just saying. You say
the
no.
experience part. You're saying like she just comes right into money. Like no,
I didn't say
we
that.
Work our way up to it. So you're saying she should deal with a guy who doesn't have anything, as opposed to dealing with somebody who's older who has it. No, it's the experience part of it.
No,
to me, it's the experience part. Like, I'm a young guy. I don't have no money. So yeah, we're frolicking because, you know what I'm saying? The old guy, I'm competing against the old guy because
so
he's
are
rich.
you
So
not?
I got to throw great dicks.
Spell frolic.
All right, so I'm
Spell frolicking, nigga.
Spell it, nigga. So I'm gonna ask you this question: Are you not teaching your daughter to watch out for them knuckleheads?
I teach my daughter to stand on her own. You don't need nobody. I teach my daughter to provide for yourself, because that's where guys think they get the upper hand, is because they got to provide for you.
So when it
and
comes,
that's why these women get in these situations, because these gentlemen are therefore providing for them. And so, like you say, if I'm providing for you, then these are my rules that we're going by.
Gotcha.
So I teach my daughter, baby, if you provide for yourself, can't no man dictate to you how things go. You dictate or you just leave.
so outside of that, outside of her having her own, when it comes to engaging various men, are you saying, hey, you know, are you swaying her to somebody who goes on their shit? Meaning, if they on their shit, meaning whether in school, they got a job, business, something like that, they seem to got their shit together, they financially okay. You feel what I'm saying? Or you saying take a chance on that knucklehead who most likely ain't got no money, who don't know what the hell he's doing, but he gonna try to get up in your drawers though.
I'm going to tell her to definitely go out there, but I can't make the decision for you if you choose the knucklehead.
No, we understand.
That's your choice.
We understand that, but I'm just saying the reason why I'm saying is because I'm being 100. I'm telling my daughter, you watch out for that knucklehead there, because he ain't got no money, and if something goes wrong, he can't help you. I'm gonna be the one, and if you don't want to hear my motherfucking mouth, you feel what I'm saying? You need to avoid that at all costs. Now, if you are smart and you put yourself in rooms where this gentleman seems to have their shit together, which that still can be a 50-50 crapshoot, because even though there are book smart and they can do that shit, hold on, let me break it down right quick. They still gonna be some shit. So we're in other words, what I'm trying to get to is we're not openly. Well, I'm gonna speak for myself. Can't speak for you. I'm not openly telling my daughter avoid this knucklehead at all costs. Find you somebody that seems to have their situation together.
But this is my thing. When you talk of like guys, like when 18 to 25, what do you expect a guy 18 to 25 to have or be dabbling in? How much income do you think an 18 to 25-year-old guy is going to be pulling in?
Well, no, I'm not expecting that he's pulling in a certain amount. What I'm saying is he have a sense of direction. So
where's he going?
He has a job. Is he in school? You know what I'm saying? Does he has potential to do something? You feel what I'm saying? If he ain't doing that, you know what I'm saying? Avoid that. You feel what I'm saying?
But I'm just like, don't put yourself in a situation.
Still like, got young guys that's 21 still staying at home.
I know these dudes. I know some of these chicks are smashing these dudes that don't want to smash them, but it's money involved. So I'm telling my daughter, don't be one of these chicks who put yourself in a situation where you got to smash somebody that you get sick.
Right.
Looking at, but there's a dollar figure on it. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Don't give up your morale, because I think I saw a post that said, to be a millionaire, you can't have morals. And in today's society, That's a lot of millionaires being made from
to
no
a degree.
morals.
To a degree, is that post is true.
Poor people want to assume every rich person is immoral and hollow.
That's just people being cold-hearted. They don't understand.
No, but see, hold on. But see, this is why I say that statement, if you just go with that statement by itself, it's blanket. It's vague. So without adding stipulations to it, if you just go based off the statement alone, there'll be some, in my experience, there would be some type of quote unquote questionable decision making. But if it's going to help you get to the next step, will you do it or not? See,
There's no questionable decision making. It's a bunch
always
of broke people hating. Broke people want to assume rich people are all doing evil shit. Nobody believes people have investments.
I'm not going to say all rich people are doing evil shit, but there's some evil being done by people. Like that goes without question.
There's some evil being done by people who make thousands of dollars.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so this is like poor people's mindset of, all rich people are doing evil shit. They're hurting children and shit. That's how they get.
See, that's why I say that the wording is subjective because it's too vague. It's just whatever you.
There's too many ways to make $1 million.
Exactly.
You can invest, make stock, cryptocurrency, fucking build an app.
That's why I was thinking fucking.
You can do it. You get a business.
You know, so there's too many ways to make $1 million to sit here and say everybody who got $1 million is evil. That's stupid as hell, man. Poor people just love shitting on the rich, boy. They just feel like because you got a little paper, it makes it okay to talk shit.
Poor people ain't got nothing but time to come up with these ideas.
But the real issue with Bill Belichick that people were concerned with is the fact that people are concerned about his pimp hand. They aren't concerned with Shannon Sharpe because Shannon Sharpe is still talking about choking bitches. Bill Belichick is letting women over-talk him and take over interviews. Shannon's pimp hand is fine. It cost him a couple million.
Like I said, Bill
Tom Brady would never.
Bill is just happy to be there. You said he's 76?
74.
74. He's just happy to be there. He's happy to be there with her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that.
Yeah.
That's that. He's happy to be there with her.
Yeah,
and he can afford to be there with her, so he give a damn what y'all think.
Yeah.
Yeah, she don't give a damn if she coming off $8 million worth of properties.
She done hit the bank. Mama making sure she's staying in tow. Like, don't fuck that
It's
shit
a family
up.
affair now.
Yep. Don't you fuck that bag up.
I know. She
in.
want a second sex toy museum.
Well, it'll be one down in Chapel Hill.
Yeah.
Keep playing.
All the way down in
All in Orange County, baby.
All the way down in Chapel Bill. Okay, so we're gonna keep it moving because this is happening in North Carolina. This is why I love my state because it punishes whores. So former NFL star Steve Smith Sr. is facing a lawsuit over his alleged affair that we reported on a couple months ago under North Carolina state laws.
So when that nigga called his phone and shit.
Yeah. This is from that. So it looks like, Steve Smith Sr. is being sued by the man who is accusing Steve Smith of smashing his wife and texting her and all that. So it looks like the lawsuit was filed in Mecklenburg County on Tuesday, and he's seeking more than $100,000 in damages under the state law known as the Alienation of Affection Law.
Haven't we seen somebody win that?
Fantasia.
I was getting ready to say we've
Fantasia.
seen that.
And also Sheriff Donnie Harris.
We've seen this case before.
This is why I love this state.
Yeah, former Sheriff Donnie Harris got convicted behind some shit
I'll
like
put
that.
up with the nasty ass mustard barbecue sauce for this.
Oh, hold on. And active state representative right now.
Okay, so we got a couple people. That's why I love North Carolina. You can be a whore in this state. Just don't be a married
Don't
whore.
fuck with somebody married.
Yeah,
We've seen this before.
you
But-
can be a single whore.
I don't know.
What?
This right here screams he's not gonna win. Let me tell you why. Because she had red flags from the beginning.
That don't mean nothing.
Yes, it does.
He's legally married to her.
I mean, that's true. But if your wife openly is giving herself up, disregarding your marriage,
Does he know that you're married?
and when y'all, and then
if
also,
he knows you're married, it doesn't
and also-
matter how she's feeling.
He knew.
right?
If
But
you
when
know
right,
she's
so-
married. It don't care if she's feeling. You knew she was married. You're in the wrong. I'm saying if he didn't know, he good.
Yeah, but he knew. He actively knew she was married. He even said sorry to the husband when he approached him and my bad, dog.
I mean, again, if she's done it before, and if it's proven that she's fucking around on him before, right? Then can you blame him? You know what I'm saying? That's the part
Blame
that I'm
who?
just saying.
Yes.
If his wife has a history of fucking on him,
Yes, you blame
You know what I'm
anybody
saying?
who messes with
You
a
know what I'm
married
saying?
woman.
That means
a
she-
known married woman. You blame any man who messes with a known married woman.
And that goes to the point of, can you not control yourself?
Isn't Steve Smith married?
yeah.
Okay. How would he feel if his wife was doing this to him?
I mean, he probably.
How
I
does
don't know.
Steve Smith's wife
I mean,
look? Let
we
me
don't
try.
know.
It comes down to, can you control yourself?
I mean, I get what you're saying, though.
We dropped the married thing.
I get what you're
You
saying.
should be able to control
marriage
yourself as
should-
the married man.
to me, it's just
But
marriage is
you
off
know that
limits.
she's
Yeah.
married. Why?
I'm saying if she's openly,
don't matter.
if she's openly actively pursuing him, that's a different story.
It
No,
don't
it ain't.
matter. It's still, are you strong enough to decline the invitation?
I get what
because
you're
you know
saying.
what
I get what you're saying, but if she coming down talking, you saw the text message. You saw the text message. She was saying some explicit shit like, "Look, if you, if it was somebody, listen, if it was a hot woman that you was interested in, whether you knew she was married, let's just say you didn't know she was married, if she was talking that explicit shit that she was saying to Steve Smith, wasn't you ready to fuck her?
As a broke man, I'd
No,
be ready to
I'm just
smash.
saying, wait.
As a man with money, I'd have to think about it and probably let it go, because
I get
you
what you're
already see. And then you in Mecklenburg County, you know this is where this stuff happens. That's where Fantasia's happen.
Guy caught up.
You know, smashing married women is a no. You know this.
Yeah, don't.
Or just somebody married, period.
Yeah, just
'Cause
smashing somebody
Fantasia
married.
was a
Period.
married
If you
man.
know that person is married, you have to call the game. You have to call it off.
We've had two politicians and one entertainer that was sued.
I love it.
Successfully sued.
I love it. Ain't nobody should be messing with no married people. Now, if they hide their marriage, and that's different. But yeah,
we definitely
married whores need to be punished, both men and women.
And like you said, if they chose to get married, and that's not the life they lead. Now, if they lead that type of lifestyle, and
swinging is completely different than
what
this.
I'm saying. If you decide,
What if she said that to him?
I don't care. If you decide to get married, man
didn't
or
agree to
woman, if you,
I'm just saying, what if she told Steve Smith that? That's how.
that
Oh,
they
don't.
swinging.
Yeah.
He didn't say
that. Yeah.
He didn't say that. Stop it. But
We don't
if
know.
you know
Them
that
text
this
messages.
person is married, that let them suffer. Get a divorce.
Yeah.
But he ain't gonna get a divorce because she done questionable shit since he been with her.
It don't matter.
Well, the old boy get ready digging Steve Smith pockets.
Yeah, he about to be $100,000 richer.
Yeah, he getting ready getting Steve
Unless
Smith
Steve Smith settles from like maybe 50K outside of court.
pockets. So quick.
Yeah, Steve, there ain't nothing Steve can say. He already apologized.
You're in the wrong.
He admitted guilt.
I get you, man.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see how
Leave
that
these
plays
married
out.
women alone if you got money. Leave these married people alone if you
Look,
got
you
money.
can't mess with
'Cause in North
married.
Carolina,
You can't mess with no young. You can't.
No,
hardly-
you can mess with young
You can't
girls.
mess with no
There's
damn.
no
you
law-
can't
no.
mess with no old.
There's a law in North Carolina.
I get what you're saying.
Specifically
I
saying-
know. I'm just saying.
Dub calls it a
I'm
rule
just saying.
for whores.
Damn, boy, it's
That's
hard.
what it is.
It's hard for a man. It's hard for a man, let alone a black man. God damn. Well, you gotta.
Yeah, remember that, all you North Carolina folks watching this.
Or
if y'all
even
are
if-
married and
even-
your woman cheats, you can sue the
Get
mom.
some money. You
And
get
vice
some
versa,
money. Yep.
ladies. Yeah, so people get paid for being married whores here. Love it. Okay. I want to move
You
on.
better hope nobody ever lie to your ass. Boy.
No, if they lie, that's a
That's
different
different.
story.
That's different.
I would never mess with a known
I
married
got what
woman.
you're saying, but that's the point that somebody can actually lie and hold that
No,
back.
no, lying is completely different. If you hide the fact that you were married, then that's completely different than me knowing you're married.
So what if let's hypothetically speak. So what if you didn't know and you've been smashing about 6 months to a year and it comes out. You stopping? I'm talking about
Because you have to prove that you knew they were married. That's a part
No,
of
I'm saying, but what if she divulged and told you that?
I'd stop.
You have to stop. It's
I've
not-
never been in that situation, to be honest. I've never smashed a married woman, or at least to my knowledge, I haven't.
Not in the state of North Carolina.
No, just never. I've never done it.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying
Yeah.
I haven't in the state of North Carolina. But, you know.
Well, you added stipulations. I haven't done it anywhere on this
I know in
planet.
the state of North Carolina, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't do those type of things. That's not my bag. So I'm not too worried about doing that, because if a woman tells me she's married, I'm like, you got to at least separate from your husband before I separate them cheeks. Yeah, so I don't play that. So, yeah, well, hopefully I'm for dude, because I know people think dude is a simp, and he is. I think dude is a sucker who's suing Steve Smith, and I think Steve Smith is a sucker. I think nobody looks good in this situation. Everybody looks like a piece of shit. But at the end of the day, you know, hey.
Everybody cheated.
Yeah.
Everybody
cheated.
married and cheated. It's crazy.
Yeah. But speaking of which, I wanted to move on, because Paul Pierce was in the news. Paul Pierce was on a recent episode of The Truth After Dark, and he was asked why NBA players get with white women. And I have that clip queued up right here.
Do you feel like, why do you feel like men, especially NBA players, get with the white women? Is it because they're easy, quote unquote?
I got some theories, but I really want to hear it from him.
I do too. I want to hear it too.
I honestly think that maybe they appreciate maybe more and they apologize more.
Listen, I'm scared. Hold on. No. Hold on.
That's, I mean, you know.
I had an interview with
they don't mind being held accountable.
I'm so scared of this, y'all, because I had an interview with Columbus Short, and I asked him this similar question, and he said something, and I got dragged for filth. I was on Breakfast Club, I was on Shedeur, I had death threats for so long from black women because they said I laughed when he said that. So let me not laugh. I don't have nothing to do with this.
I mean, that's what
black.
I think.
I'm black. Know. He don't know, though, because he dates black women, period. So do not come for him, period.
So that was Paul Pierce basically explaining why apparently it's not from first person, because Paul Pierce apparently dates black women. He said he was married to a black woman for a few years. But I do remember seeing Paul Pierce with some white women on that video that got him fired from ESPN. So, you know, he dabbles in the snow on some level. Maybe. I don't know how far it goes, but yeah. So that was Paul Pierce's take on why he thinks NBA players go for white women. And it just goes back to, I guess, college and the pros, where maybe white women are taught to treat people that are potential suitors better. I don't know.
We already had this discussion.
I know.
That's how it when majority, unless a black woman comes from a two-parent home, they're not. The average black woman is not being brought up to cater for a man. They're taught to you lead, you be the strong one. He just said it just about what he teaches his daughter. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what black women from a young age on is being taught. You get your own, you lead, you be the strong one. So how do a man, especially a black man, get any type of affirmation about from what they do, what they bring to the table? So the only way they can get that is with their money or with their sex game. From them getting it outside of that, most of them not even getting it. That's why if you saw the clip when your boy Off the Smoke, Matt Barnes, when he was talking to Jamal Williams, he was talking about the same thing. Jamal Williams was saying the reason why a lot of men.
Jamal Williams?
No.
Jamal Crawford, Jerome Williams?
No. He was on the Smoke. His name is he used to play. Yeah, I think Jamal Williams. He was on his podcast a couple weeks ago. They was talking about
going through my Jamals and I got Bashburn.
Yeah, exactly.
Crawford.
Well, he's known for talking to other superstars, men of strong age. Basically, teach them what it means to be a man, stuff like that. Y'all have to go to look at the interview to understand what's being said. But in that interview, they was talking about why a lot of men. He was asking why a lot of women come to him, why their husband doesn't want to go to the doctor and get checked. Because the simple fact is, if you led if your only affirmation as a man, if you lead is based off your means, your money and stuff like that, your wealth or other nature outside of women appreciating you, a lot of men didn't even want to live just to see it through because they've grown up and they've been raised to do all that. So it comes full circle to what we're talking about like right now. But you had to see that though. But that's what he's talking about. Black women is not taught to cater or to know how to get a husband. They are taught to lead. You be the strong one and stuff like that. Where white women and other than they're raised from a little child up until adult. This is what you do. So it's a difference.
Interesting. So I think this comes as a follow-up because a lot of NBA players have been in the news for dating white women. I don't know if you remember the New York Knicks Christmas photo from this previous Christmas where I think Brunson, Josh Hart, and maybe a few other Knicks had their dates, and it was all white women, which...
That's any sport. It's any team.
But then the white boy had a black woman. Wasn't that DiVincenzo?
Dante DiVincenzo.
But that's any team. You go look at any team, and it's going to be a whole bunch of white girls there, or white women, and maybe 2, 3 sisters in the picture. That's just
because they going to go get that shit. They going for it.
Trust me, I looked at the Philadelphia Eagles
roster and their wives,
their others, significant others,
all them white, huh?
Like your old sellout ass boy, your running back.
Saquon.
He be hopping over black women, like he do in the field. Hit him with the reverse huddle.
Let me ask you a question: what you think your new acquirement does?
What? Who?
Debo. Oh, okay.
Debo Samuels. He fucks with white men.
Oh,
come on now.
No.
Debo Samuels dresses gay as hell. I can accept that.
Stop. Debo, you're my guy.
A lot of these current men dress
weird.
Very, very weird.
Very
weird.
I accept Debo Samuels being who he is. Because he is being himself, and he's not dating white women.
And another reason why is because the whole notion is they know how to protect the bag, quote unquote.
True.
Until they take it.
Right. I mean, but
that's why they're protecting it. That's why they're protecting the bag.
If they're taking it, it's probably because you most likely fuck it up. See, the thing about it is, no. As a former athlete, if you got the juice and you are making waves, they will play their position all the way up until you cash that check. And once you cash that check and you don't turn that faucet off, then they gonna get the lawyers involved. And they gonna get their half and get the fuck on.
Yeah, I can't be mad at that.
That's exactly how they play their shit.
I'm trying to think,
ain't going for that
I'm
shit.
trying
She
to think
burning
of
that
how
shit
many
down
athletes
before
I
you
know
even get
that
there.
have had significant others, spouses who relationships have lasted. Like even Michael Jordan has, like, you know,
like talking about celebrities.
Well, I'm just saying, like that's what we're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we would, yeah.
The reason white chicks stick around, but they only stick around for so long. I don't know any men who've been NFL or NBA. I don't know personally, but I know it's a high divorce rate.
Yes, it's a very high divorce rate.
I know it's a high divorce rate. So that means, yes, she did make sure that you secure the bag, and then she made sure that you didn't take too much out of her bag that she was going to get down the line. Yeah, she's not going to let you go out there spending stupidly what she's going to take in the future. Of course not.
Well, you don't have to get. She don't get the will. You just do a trust fund, and then kids get that. Nobody gets it. This y'all gotta play by the rules to get this bread. That's how the motherfucker do it. Yeah, trust funds.
And make sure you date the right one if you do interracial. Don't date ones that like to use the N-word in your tweets and embarrass you. Like,
right, that part.
Say Saquon Barkley. So, you know, that's this guy's running back. That's this guy's running back.
You said that's why he ain't cut in New York.
Yeah, that's why I ain't cut it in New York.
When you say Saquon's name, however you say it, just say Super Bowl champ. That's how I like to hear it.
Super Bowl coon champ. Super Bowl coon champ.
Yeah, boy.
Well, I know you're not talking about Coon and,
That's what he said.
and Dallas.
Who?
And that Coon ass.
Who?
That Coon ass. You better not get down on no knee.
Did you see?
Nigga, you better not get your ass down on no knee.
Did you see? Oh, we didn't see Dak with Trump. I'm not saying he don't fuck with him.
Because Dak can't win a Super Bowl.
Yours haven't either. Well, yours haven't either last time I checked. So you damn sure can't talk. Yours haven't either. And yours haven't either.
Before you.
No, we ain't talking about would be, could be, nothing, nigga. Did y'all with it? No. So we gonna leave it off of that. And we gonna your man because your dude was the one playing golf with him, talking about he gonna take the low fruit. I just respect the office. Nigga,
hopefully get us one next year.
You motherfucking golf with Obama, so you know what the office feel like, nigga.
Hopefully get us another
shit.
Super Bowl chip next year. Let's go, Saquon.
Kill that shit.
I know who ain't getting one. Dak.
Oh yeah.
We know them Skins, and then we know them Eagles ain't gonna do it again. So I ain't worried about it.
Do it last year. You said that the whole season.
My quarterback was hurt.
The
dog.
Giants are better than you right now.
Your quarterback always hurt.
My quarterback was hurt.
For 60 mil, that nigga.
My quarterback was hurt.
Out in the field.
Okay. I know you ain't taught.
What you mean?
Why you even talking? Y'all haven't beaten us in 7 years, so just stay out of it.
We beat y'all.
It feels good. I can talk so much because we never come in here with high expectations.
I don't even want to talk.
And crummy Cowboy fans.
This was y'all first season that y'all won since 2016. So why are we talking?
I think
why
that
are we
Cooper
talking?
Rush could get us a win in Philly. You were the one who said Cooper Rush was going to win. Then you come back and be like,
I got it. Of course. Who the fuck gonna sit here and not gonna talk about a team?
If Kenny Pickett had to start, we might lose.
Excuse me. I ain't heard you even say that one time, but I recall, and we can look at the damn tapes. I also said, "Hey, we ain't winning shit. Ain't shit I can say." I believe I said that
after a certain amount of time.
We beat y'all with both.
After a certain amount of time,
y'all didn't even beat us in 7 years. Back to reality. We didn't even talking to them damn.
I told you the Giants were trash at the end of the season. Y'all just want to keep dick riding and coattailing over here.
Like I said, the only person that can talk about championship is.
I'm a realist. I know when a team is good or not. No, yeah. I told you the Giants are not going to Super Bowl. We're not Super Bowl back.
I didn't say nothing about us going to those Super Bowl. That's all we talking about.
This season is going to be so good because the battle for the basement is going to be everything. The battle for the basement.
All right, wait, man, we'll see.
All right, so let's keep it moving. Normally, I don't do reactions here to dating show segments, but I did come across a clip on Pop the Balloon that caught my eye in regards to some insecurities and trauma dumping, and I got the clip right here.
A lot of ladies with their balloon left. Oh, okay. Let's go down over there. All right, your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
My name is Anita. I'm 37. I was trying to hear him out. I know you said you've been on the show before, and I don't know that I felt like a red flag, but I don't think there's like an attraction between us.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, she's someone that's your type?
Yeah. She's my type. Definitely, I like her skin tone.
Oh,
you know, I like dark skinned women. She's beautiful. You know what I mean? And I like the fact that you got braids. Like you embracing your yeah.
Oh, I'm shocked, and I didn't think you were attracted.
Why are you shocked?
I don't know. I didn't think I was his type.
I should think that, but
yeah, nah, you're very beautiful. I like your skin tone again, and you know you got gorgeous almond eyes, and you know, yeah.
Okay.
So are you still leaving your balloon unpopped? Is he someone that is your type?
He's attractive. I just didn't think I was his type.
Why are you eliminating yourself? You want the balloon back?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get that balloon back. There we go. Okay, we'll be back. Let's head on this way. All right, Josh, I'm going to hand you a pick now.
Okay, so that was a clip on Pop the Balloon. That shit, like
her shit should have stayed Pop, but she should have stayed Pop. She self-doubted herself.
So I was going to say, in that situation, I would make sure the woman does not get another balloon back, because that is a woman that is stowing a major red flag you should avoid, and that is major insecurities and trauma dumping before she even gets to know you.
Exactly.
And as a man who's been through this multiple times,
Ooh, that is a problem.
I gotta tell fellas, if you ever encounter that, and you will, because if you're out in this dating game, there are plenty of women like that. Run as fast as you can. They are always going to be moving the field goal post back, and they will never be happy with anything you do. And all you end up doing is marrying them, and they'll pull the Steve Smith Sr. on your ass after you give them the baby, because they're insecure. And insecurity on that level, and they start trauma dumping all their insecurities on you before the first date or after the first conversation. Run for the hills, nigga. That is a setup for failure right there for any future relationship, even casual. Because women like that are going to be very problematic in the future. Have you ever experienced a woman like that, Branson, who just trauma dumps on you early on?
I'm very...
He's still smashed.
You say what?
Yeah.
He's still smashed.
Yeah, that is Branson.
I try to avoid those type of women at all costs.
He said try.
He tried. That means he still
because once I get a whiff of somebody's energy, I already know if I'm going to enter. I'm a positive person. If anybody knows me, I'm always upbeat and all that. So I don't need any. We all have insecurities, though.
Yeah, that is true.
We all have insecurities. Some run deeper than others. I have my insecurities. Even as a 50-year-old man, I still live with certain insecurities. But you know, I've come to terms with it. There's nothing that can be done about it.
There's something can be done about it.
Yeah, some. It depends on what the insecurity is.
That's my opinion.
But nevertheless, like it is what it is, though. You know, but we all live with insecurities. So you know, in a way, I kind of feel what she was saying. You know what I'm saying? But
but you can't have those insecurities in the dating.
You can't. Yeah, you cannot say that shit immediately.
Yeah, not like that.
Because that means you don't. That means you don't trust your judgment. So that means any slight little thing that's off, you just gonna overthink and they gonna blow that shit up. It's gonna be bigger than what it's supposed to be. And as somebody who experienced that as well, that's more of a headache than anything, because
you can't win.
You can't win. It doesn't matter what you do. You can be doing everything damn near perfect.
Everything, and she thinks you plotting behind her back.
Yep.
She thinks there's another
You constantly have to what's the proper term? You have to over reinsure her,
and it's still not
gonna work.
No, I've never been in that type of situation.
Bro, I've been in that situation too many times.
No, I've never been there.
Yo, you got to run for that situation.
She
I've been
popped that shit immediately, and she looked good.
I've dated women like that, man. You just can't win, bro.
And then I don't really like the balloon pop show.
I don't like it either.
I think they're corny.
It's really for people who want to be seen.
I just don't like it. Then I saw they had old boy up there. I was like, boy, anybody can fleece.
Oh, that's a different show. That's something versus something.
20v1.
Yeah, isn't that different than Pop the Balloon? That's a completely different show.
Oh well, I
don't rock with Fleece Johnson at all for why he's famous.
I just like you say, like people. Why he's famous is just crazy.
Yeah,
that's beyond crazy. But no, I don't like the balloon pop. Enjoy.
Yeah, but as far as when it comes to pop,
that's
balloon,
what niggas do. We make niggas like that famous. That's what we do.
Yeah, you right. He's right though. We will find the most heinous.
And I can't even say it's heinous, but this shit, it makes no sense. Why is this nigga famous?
It's heinous. This here is heinous. Why you make him of all people?
Because he done put you onto the jailhouse culture of how they take butt from boys.
Mm-hmm. And it was always he.
And now he's famous for this?
Wow. Yes, it is. It's very
only
true.
us. Only black people will only us.
Yeah,
only us.
But it's very sickening. We would put somebody like Fleece Johnson on the pedestal.
All the ignorant niggas you can find.
We got a bunch of ignorant niggas.
I never heard of them.
What?
Yeah, I never.
Boy, stop. Why?
Nigga, I'm gonna how real it is. The original shit. I saw this nigga originally. Because I used to watch MSNBC Lockup all the time, nigga.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about back then. I still remember to this day, nigga. This nigga had this.
And you know who he is, what he says.
He has a rolled up beanie. It's like a brown, I think it was a brown beanie correctional outfit or whatever. Yeah, man, you know, I like booty. You know, if I see you and I like you and I want you,
I got to have it.
I got to have it. You know, and I tell him, you know, I'm a big fella. Now, little man, you know, we can either do this the easy way
or the hard
or we can
way.
do it the hard
Why you
way.
gotta sound like
Yo, bro, look,
like
you know I'm not the biggest nigga. You know I used to be a fat nigga,
And it
dog.
was always yes.
I used to be a fat nigga, you know, I'm not a big nigga, nothing. But just the sound of this nigga's voice and hearing how happy he sounds saying the nigga.
Oh, wow.
That's
Took
booty.
Took
nigga,
joy in it. Like, yeah.
I made sure I would do damn near anything. I made sure I would damn near do anything and I had to go to prison, nigga.
Yeah.
I curtail it's certain niggas that are built for shit like that.
Yeah.
Certain niggas are built and made and it doesn't affect. He should have been front and center in my Scared Straight program.
I agree.
He would have worked.
He should have been the first nigga when they do the 100V gorilla.
He gonna try and fuck the gorilla though.
He need to be if he can, then he need to be the first one. When they sending him out to go fight the
I
gorilla,
never heard
he
of
need to
this
be the
dude.
first
That's
one.
what's up.
The Boondocks.
And it's not like this is some little nigga.
The Boondocks was the one
This
who
is
really
this is
blew
a
him up.
big nigga, dog. This nigga like 6'6".
Yeah.
If I seize you,
And I want you. And
I want
I
you.
got to have you.
We could either do this the easy way or
Or the hard way.
And it was always
Then he be up here talking about farts. Oh yeah, let nigga fart in jail. Ooh, that's cologne, boy. Nigga, what?
I've never heard of this nigga.
And you don't ain't no need
You
to,
don't
my
need
nigga. He,
Yeah,
like I
go
said,
ahead.
for a nigga like me in my generation, he was my he's a deterrent.
we
Especially when I was out there trapping and that shit come on, like
made some people famous who ain't got no business.
Ain't got no
Their
business being on
names
these TVs
being
like this.
being mentioned.
and not for this, not
No.
for being locked up for
No.
taking ass.
No. This is definitely
So you raping niggas in jail, now you famous? Like what the fuck?
bizarro world.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Energy, boy.
no. Like I said, the energy with me is I don't really care unless it's affecting my household. These niggas, some of these niggas is playing with astronomical amounts of money, and you can't say there's no parallel playing field when you got people up here and the majority of people right here. We're trying to critique way up there and how they get down and what they do, because we know there's a whole different set of rules for them.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing. So it's like I ain't tripping over that shit. I always tell you, as long as nigga they come to my house, I really don't give a fuck what y'all doing these days, man.
Cool. All right. So I wanted to move on to another topic because Terrence Howard was in the news again.
I'm so glad you skipped that other one because I was going.
Yeah,
we ain't doing that one.
Yeah. So, Terrence Howard was in the news again, this time with Bill Maher. He was on Bill Maher's podcast. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I'm pulling it up.
Tap dancing Bill Maher.
Yeah, Bill Maher is a little bit weird to me because he was hanging with Trump,
Yep.
yet he speaks against Trump.
Yeah.
And there's all this weird stuff.
Right.
But yeah, he was on Bill Maher's Club Random podcast, and he had mentioned how he wasn't going to play Marvin Gaye in a movie because Marvin Gaye was gay. And he said he did not want to kiss a man in a movie, even for acting, and that caused a little controversy. But what people were really talking about was Terrence Howard randomly bringing up Diddy and just randomly bringing up P.D. Pablo out the fucking blue. I'm like, damn, why P.D. Pablo catching strays, man? But anyway, I got the clip lined up. I'm going to go ahead and play.
So funny. Like my friend said to me, rappers, they're all so tough until you hear their real name.
Yeah, well, until you see them at a puffy party.
Oh.
Then they're not tough no more. I'm surprised that the rap game is still alive because the masculinity that the rappers are supposed to portray.
What is it with all the man-on-man action that I'm learning about? I mean, like with the puffy parties, like the last thing I ever thought that went on there was gay stuff. Not that gay stuff was wrong. It's wonderful. I just did not think that's what Puffy was doing.
Yeah, well, I didn't think it either. And even when my assistant said that stuff, I still was like joking it off. And it wasn't until later on that I heard other things from people that worked from him. You know, you remember that back in the times of slavery, they had a thing called breaking the buck. And that's still taking place. And so to hear that people in the industry are still making young rappers who have fought the worst of circumstances, being disenfranchised, being discounted, and then they finally like, I'm gonna put it into the music. I'm gonna do it in the music, and I'm gonna and get myself together. And they go and see someone, and they tell them, okay, yeah, you can have a deal. Perform fellatio on me, and you get your deal. That was what I heard while I was on Empire about some of the people in the business. And P.D. Pablo, you remember P.D. Pablo?
I know who that is.
P.D. Pablo, talented writer, singer. Him and Young Buck wrote a song called Ho His Own. And in that song, back in about 2011 or 29 or something, because he called out all of the homosexuality taking place at those parties and those people, he was kicked out of the music business. No radio station would play his stuff. So you look for P.D. Pablo, he's not around anymore. But that song, Ho Its Own, they did not care. They went all in on it.
So that was Terrence Howard on Club Random. I like the name because that conversation was random as hell.
Right.
All Bill Maher said was, rappers sound tough till you hear the real name. And then Terrence unloaded the clip. Boy, he had that in the cut. Boop, 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 boop. He's like, yeah, speaking of rappers' real names, let's talk about the gay shit at Diddy's parties.
Right. You keep bringing up Diddy, boy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was just random.
That's the second time, on
Bill
a pod
Maher
show.
didn't even mention Diddy.
Right.
He didn't say nothing about Diddy, no freak offs, no nothing.
He was at the Diddy party.
Terrence
That's
Howard,
what I'm saying.
Terrence Howard know more than what he's letting on.
He's like, yeah, that's what I heard on the set of Empire.
You was there. He was there, nigga. Nigga, you was there.
I was just chilling on the set, minding my business.
And then before I seen, yeah, he was there. That
weirdo shit at Diddy's house.
Every time he get on a podcast, he keep bringing Diddy out his damn mouth.
And the masculinity in rap is definitely kind of gone. And you can just
shit been gone.
You can look at some of these rappers and just be like,
shit. Terrence is reminding us the masculinity's gone in acting too.
Remember, we talked about it, masculinity amongst men. Period.
Yeah,
it's assault on masculinity right now. Shit, they pushing this,
And then he threw P.D. Pablo's name and Young Buck's name. I'm like, Young Buck do the weird shit.
Right. He messed. How
you blackball a gay nigga?
Right. He fought with a was it
transgender?
Yeah, transgender.
Hell yeah. So I'm like, hell, Young Buck shouldn't even be mentioned. It's Young Buck breaking. That's what his new name is. Young Buck breaking. That's
Petey like, damn, I'm over here flipping homes.
I ain't waved a towel in years.
Yeah, outside of that,
I got my shirt on and everything.
Right now, I'm flipping homes and shit, and I'm chilling. Y'all don't bring me that shit.
I know P was like, what the fuck?
Look,
this my name.
Look, this nigga a carpenter now. He be building homes and shit. He got a little show and shit. He be flipping homes and shit. Nigga said, look, I'm building homes. Leave me the hell alone. Don't fuck with me.
Just out of line. Terrence
Howard that was random. He brings up Puffy out the blue. Then he want to talk about butt breaking. Then he want to mention Young Buck and Petey.
So can we say Terrence Howard might be at the damn testifying against Diddy?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Goddamn.
Will he be there on May 12th? Might be a surprise.
Yeah, I was at the Diddy party and Diddy tried me.
Yeah,
he tried me.
Yeah, he tried.
I was there, man.
Yeah, I was there, man.
Man, I don't get down like that, man.
Yeah, he's gonna come out as a gay man soon. Yeah, he keep talking about this shit, and he keep flirting with it. Like, yo, yeah, I heard that on Empire. Like, even Corey asked him, how did you do these straight around all these gay niggas?
Right, and you straight.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. You know somebody tried you multiple times.
Yeah, so that's a little odd.
Because ain't no straight dude gonna be constantly around some gay activity,
or at least bringing it up like that.
Yeah, keep talking about it.
Yeah, this nigga got a story about how he was around gay shit, but never indulged.
Right,
comfortable. Be comfortable with it.
It's getting a little.
Nobody's even asking him. He's volunteering.
He just volunteered that information randomly.
That's how I know that nigga up to something.
It's like, you hungry? You want a pizza? Well, we had pizza at Diddy's Freak Offs. Diddy got us lots of pizza there. Kept our energy up. While he buck broke us.
Take that.
Yeah, so yeah, that's random as hell. So I don't know what to say about Terrence at this point. This nigga's just weirding me out. On one hand, you know, I get where he's coming from, not wanting to do Marvin Gaye, so I can respect that. But the other shit, he's like, I'm not with that gay shit. But let me tell you who is with that gay shit.
That goddamn Diddy. That motherfucking Diddy.
So that's random as hell.
And Petey and Young Buck.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to move on from Terrence like Diddy did, and we're going to get into some really sad news, man.
Very sad. Disappointing sad.
GTA 6 has been pushed back a whole
Buddha got this slide grin on his face.
A whole ass year to next year.
They just baiting us. They just baiting us. Man. That's all. They just baiting us. I went and got 5. Got comfortable on 5 just because I knew.
But do Rockstar games ever come out on time? No. All I remember is every single Rockstar game being pushed back. Red Dead Redemptions.
Yeah.
So I'm very sad, and they didn't give us.
But they have the dopest games though, because you said bro, I loved Red Dead.
Red Dead and GTA. What else? And Bully. That was it.
Yeah, Bully was
there
the
ain't been
shit.
no new bullies in.
But how long? Think about it. A lot of these games don't have shelf life.
Play them forever.
There's a couple of them.
We played GTA for 12 years.
But that's my point.
Assassin's Creed.
Think about it. Think about how many games have you bought since, and how many of those games do you still play, but you always go back?
Oh,
2K. 2K is the only.
But you're gonna buy 2K every year.
Yeah,
Assassin's Creed.
Nigga, GTA, you're still like, you know what, nigga? I just feel like killing something all of a sudden. Let's pull out this GTA run.
I just feel like mischief and mayhem.
Just you know what I mean? Like, nigga, even Call of Duty and Black
Ops. You know what I do?
Not that
I try
shit,
to get as many stars and then hop on an airplane and ride that shit out. And I just do it out of boredom.
The replay value.
Yeah, you don't need to do a mission or nothing. I just cause chaos just for fun.
And like he said, when it drops, it's going to be hot.
Oh yeah,
I know it's going to be.
You know it's going to be hot.
Then we ain't gonna get another one till we elderly after 6
So
drops.
we probably ain't going to get.
So
another
what was
one.
the latest drug on the last one?
The latest drug?
That what they had up there. You know they emulate in the streets and shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's the thing, but.
Wait, with this one, GTA 6, isn't it supposed to be like the biggest one? It's supposed to be like all 3 maps, all 3.
Oh well, you know they got to go all out for this. Like,
I don't know. I'm
gonna have to buy a whole new PlayStation.
Yeah, because PlayStation 7 or 8 is gonna be out when this.
And I
shit
can
drops.
imagine how much fucking memory that shit's gonna use.
No, nigga, the price. I already know this ain't gonna be no normal price.
It's gonna be $100.
It's gonna be $100. They already said that it's going to be $100. I'm getting it. Like, we don't even need to debate. Like, there's certain games. Okay, it's $100.
Listen, we got 50-year-olds talking about they
$49.99. He'd be like, man, I'm biting that. I'm eating that.
That's another 50
went to $59.99,
That's
$69.99.
Niggas will pay it though.
That's my light bill.
Look,
you just got finished saying a light bill, nigga. You gonna be getting a game, you gonna stay up late, nigga, put that light bill, nigga. We just talk about a light bill now.
I just paid that highest light bill. I'm damn sure getting ready to gain my little.
You about to damn boost that bitch up.
I'm getting ready to get all my money's worth out that bitch.
All of that.
What?
Very disappointing.
They know niggas gonna be waiting. That's why they do it.
Yeah. So we're gonna keep our eye on GTA 6. I don't know what else to look forward to video game wise besides GTA 6. Other than
Well, like I
2K.
said, so that's an RPG game. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean,
what y'all usually look forward to? 2K.
That's all I look for.
They got a new Ghost of Tsushima coming out.
Ghost of Tsushima.
I played. Yeah, I beat Ghost of Tsushima, and that was a fun game.
I just said it multiple times. Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed, though.
They have.
Yeah, I like Assassin's Creed.
So the latest one they got out
It's
now.
good.
Yes, it is.
The one in France was the last one I fucked with, and that was so bad I just never.
Well, this one right here,
Assassin's
one right here, they're in Japan. So you got Shinobi.
Oh yeah. Now I
Shogun.
remember. Assassin's Creed is the one that had the gay storyline, and I said, man, fuck that shit.
Come on, man.
Man, I saw it. Somebody was like, yo, in this one, you can have a character, and your character can be gay as hell. And you can choose the level of flame.
No, I ain't never know nothing about that.
Yeah.
I didn't get that.
I played that in all of them. I ain't never seen no gay scenery.
While we doing
this one right, let me get this out. So the one right now that's out now, it takes place in Japan.
Feudal Japan, right?
Right, exactly. So you can play as a shinobi. She's a female. Or you can play as it's a black guy. He's a damn shogun and shit. The shit dope. The graphics is a 10 out of 10. You know, you got the world maps. So like I said, if you talking about GT6, yeah, you talking about GT6. This is a game.
The black
right
Yakuba or something like that. The black,
black Shogun. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I'm on that
legendary.
Shit. I'm on that shit.
Okay,
so
well,
I highly recommend
So they're
it.
saying yes, there are gay romances available in Assassin's Creed. There's even quick time ass events.
I ain't never heard.
Press the button at the right time.
He playing.
No. There's it says a Yasuke gay scene. So you as Yasuke in the game get to choose your path, and you.
I don't know. 'Cause I probably won't you the path. I probably won't choose the path that might lead
out of control, man.
You tripping.
Since we on GTA 6, I'm gonna do a slight detour, just slight.
Go for it.
Was anybody able to make it through Sinners?
I couldn't make it through that movie. I'm sorry.
I haven't watched it yet.
I watched about 30 to 40 minutes of the movie.
I watched it this week. I should have watched it last week. I just didn't.
And it was just a bunch of niggas whispering and picking cotton. That's all I saw in the first 30 to 40 minutes. So I said, I can't do this. I think I have adult ADHD. And now if a movie don't catch me in the first 15 minutes, I just don't watch it anymore. So it's just like...
I saw when you posted that. But I've heard so many people say it was good.
I'm going to try to make it through it.
I've heard people say it's great, and then I've heard some people...
I've heard some people say they done watched it twice.
I'm one of those people, like, a good movie should capture you at the beginning. It shouldn't be good.
It should bring you...
It
build up the good.
It should bring you right in.
Right
like
into
that.
it.
As soon as the movie starts, 5 minutes, we need to be into the movie.
So is anybody anticipating... Now, they came out with, like, 3 scary movies. Now, you know the Final Destination Bloodline, that's supposed to be coming out.
No, I'm not expecting that to be good, but I'll watch it.
Final Destination ain't been good since the first one. Like after
the log one.
The log one. I think
Was
that
the
was
first
the second
one
or
or
third.
That's the second one. The first one was the airplane.
Okay, well then the second one. Final Destination ain't been good since the second one. After you hit all the situations and stuff like
Yeah,
that,
this
like
shit
you
start
just
getting
like,
ridiculous.
Yeah, now
Outlandish.
that's just like the Fast and Furious. Once you go too far, you're going too far.
So,
Yeah, them niggas was in space.
So we had another one, Up Till Dawn.
I've never seen any of those.
Up Till Dawn, where it's supposed to be, supposed to stay up. From what it seems, you got to stay up, and if somebody died, different type killer comes back and try to kill off whoever it is. That's supposed to be another scary movie. It was supposed to be one more.
Man, that's too many fucking rules.
Right? They're like, if you die, and then another person, it's another
How can
different.
I be scared when I'm pondering who the fuck is?
That's the whole part. Like I said, they came out with like about 3 of them.
Yeah, I don't know. What's the other horror movies?
I forgot it. I can't even think of it right now.
Must not be good if you don't remember.
I did, but I just brain fart. So I ain't even gonna waste my time. If I catch it before,
It's just so much stuff. And another thing is so much stuff on TV to watch. It's just so much stuff to watch.
If anybody, if you want into a show, if you want to watch a show, The Last Days of Us, that is good.
What's it about?
Pretty much apocalypse, a zombie, but
like The Last of Us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Last of Us. That's good.
I think I brought the video game.
The Last of Us is
haven't
good.
played those videos.
I
don't like horror video games.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Resident Evil.
I love horror movies.
Bro,
I
fuck
hate
those.
horror videos.
Why? Because it's like feel like you getting killed and shit if you die.
Dude,
or to scare your ass.
Yeah, that's the part.
Because you know how my room set up.
Yeah.
Pitch black, blacked out curtains. Dude,
the closest
I can't even play Call of Duty at night before I go to bed.
No, nigga, you soft, man.
Like evil and stuff like that. Like, nah,
because the shit is so loud and it's so dark. I'll be
You know he got the
shit.
he got the earphones on his head and shit, so that should be extreme.
Bruh.
Yeah,
I be in it. I be in it.
I don't do scary video games.
Yeah, that's what I ain't never heard niggas say they watch scary.
I don't do scary.
I love scary movies.
I don't watch
like
scary movies not
video
before
games.
bedtime. I don't.
Cause it's just a bunch of jump scares. To
Right.
me, jump scares aren't scary. It's just playing off my reaction.
Yeah, my emotion at the time.
Yeah, that's
I don't
not
need to
scary.
spill my drink or knock over my flour because you want to have some freaked out damn monster jump out because I ain't expected it. What the fuck is that?
Yeah,
The surprise
I'm not
of
a
it
fan
all.
of those. Yeah, fuck those games.
Then it'd be a little cutscene. You can't even do nothing to it. Just
Gotta go through the whole cutscene. Can't even skip it.
Set the
and then it goes
atmosphere
back,
of the
and you have to wait for it later down the line. Like, oh yeah, I'll be
can't
waiting
skip
for you
the
down this
cutscenes.
motherfucking road.
Yeah. So, all right, let's move on to sports because your boy Ryan Garcia got knocked
slid.
the hell out.
He lost by a unanimous decision to Rory.
Got slid.
And then motherfucker
Oh, Canelo?
no. Canelo fought
tonight.
Haney. He had
Devin Haney.
he had a lackluster fight. I didn't heard about
Aren't they supposed to do a rematch?
They were supposed to, but based off of how their fights went, people they'll see what they're gonna do about it. Turkish might go one way. Boy, the Turkish he putting these amazing fights together, man. Why is it that we got a brown man that's not from this country just said, move over, white boy. I'm gonna take my money and I'm gonna put the damn fights together that people wants to see. Because see now, if Canelo,
you talking about that Arabian dude?
yeah, he's a Turk. He called it Turkish.
Yeah.
This Turkish sheet. This nigga here dumping money into boxing to where he's putting all the big fights that we want to see, that we get a chance to see. So he pushing out the white dude, Bob Arum, who got control of this shit. You feel what I'm saying? So
Should have been 15 years ago.
right, you're right. But
should have been 15,
we're
20
gonna have my
years
boy
ago.
Crawford. If Canelo won tonight, then the super fight coming in September.
He said he gonna move up to 168. Didn't he?
Crawford and Canelo, which I damn sure want to take my ass to Vegas to see on my.
That's gonna be a good fight.
What? So that was part of one of the rematch fights.
Well,
by
that's
the end of the year.
that's the only way you can keep up with the UFC though, because the UFC is always going to give you fights that you want to see.
Right.
That's their thing.
Turkish.
They have to.
The Turkish Alice Sheik, he's just putting his dough in
Look,
that money.
it's about time boxing
getting
got
these
on
fights.
that.
Now I saw a clip with that dude earlier today, and he was like, "Boxing is better when you have a black heavyweight champion." So I thought that was pretty interesting.
That's dope too, but that's why boxing lost a lot of the fan base too, because all the fights you want to see, they would never put
them
together,
Yeah,
ever.
because
You'd have to wait until
dude-
both fighters are out there prime to see the fight.
Right. White dudes got their hands on it. They probably got some of the top stars in their stable and they don't want them to fight each other. So, you got a brown man coming in this game, putting his money in it, and he putting them fights
And
together.
Canelo Crawford going to break records.
Yeah, it is all day.
Oh yeah, that's going to break records because between
I'm gonna see
Hispanic
that fight.
people and black people,
Yeah, I'm gonna see
we
that
will
fight.
see that fight.
I hope it was in range. I'm going to see that.
That Canelo Crawford fight going to
When
do
is it?
crazy. No, they haven't.
It's supposed to be September 13th. As long as if Canelo won tonight, yeah, it's supposed to be September 13th. My birthday.
You said be there for it. Whew, that
Yeah, I
would
wanna
be a
be there
sight.
for it. I
Oh,
wanna
that's
be
going to
there
be
for it.
crazy. Yeah.
Last time I was at a fight, I watched my boy Shakur twice.
Oh yeah, Shakur Stevens.
When you went to what you call it?
Jersey.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So what I wanted to get into was Chris Carter. Chris Carter was making news discussing Deion Sanders' son Shedeur and his draft rank. What was the name of that podcast?
I forgot it.
Well, I'm pulling it up now, but let me go ahead and play the clip. Chris Carter was just basically criticizing Shedeur and saying why he thought Shedeur was picked so low.
All right, so what happened with Shedeur Sanders?
Well, a number of things happened. The number one thing that didn't happen was there was not a collusion message with the NFL owners.
Okay, what? Okay, a lot of people think that.
Because they wouldn't be able to keep a secret like that. And
so they might do it, but they couldn't shut up about it.
They wouldn't be able to shut up about it. But every owner is very, very selfish. Now, why would I do something to my detriment? Like if I need a quarterback and I think this kid is it, what he didn't realize is the guys that have fallen in the draft before, they all had unusual traits. Like they had some superstar qualities to them. Now, some other things happened that made them fall, but Shedeur and his family, they overplayed their hand. Them thinking that he was in the same evaluation mode as Eli Manning, they didn't play that right. Them trying to narrow the teams that he was going to go to, that didn't do right. Not working out at the combine, that wasn't the right thing. His interview process, obviously he could have done a lot better in that. Mm-hmm. A lot of people left that meeting, felt he was very, very entitled.
Which meeting? Like, because they said Brian DeBall, the Giants coach, had said he didn't like the meeting. He asked him, he had some book, was his playbook or something he was supposed to know, and he said he felt weird about it. I don't know who else said they didn't like the meeting with him. Or were just people behind the scenes saying they did.
Okay?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what, they taught him a great lesson.
Okay.
Like, you don't have this figured out. Your dad don't have this figured out.
Who's they? NFL,
Shedeur,
the world. No, who taught you? Said they taught him. I'm just curious. Like,
well, the system.
The system. Okay,
there's a system out there, man. Okay. Like you're going for a job interview. So for his job interview, he was so concerned about what his outfit was. His necklace was over $100,000. Like he hadn't even convinced people that you're the face of our franchise. Matter of fact, he had convinced people that they were better off going in a different direction, even with people who had lesser talent. That's the rub he put on the people.
If that's the case, that's a bad interview, bro.
No, it is the case. He didn't get drafted right. It's no speculation. Like, we're through the draft. We're through 3 days. He threw away at least $30 to $50 million. At least.
Yeah. So that was Chris Carter on the Fully Loaded podcast.
So he just came out and said the owners wasn't in collusion, but then turned around and said there's a system in place. Who make that system? The fucking owners. So if then he turned around and said there was a way to, he basically said they humbled his ass. He came in entitled. Okay, I'm sorry. You didn't get a poor black child that was hungry, that was like, he ain't had no choice to be quote unquote humble because he doesn't know what it feels like to get money.
But
and
this
he's
is my
hold
question.
on, wait.
But nobody's coming in poor and broke anymore. Not with NIL deals.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But excuse me, but they wasn't getting what Shedeur was getting. Shedeur was making over well north of $2 million in NIL deals. You had Kentucky Fried Chicken commercials. He had his face was on a lot of stuff and everything. And then don't forget his brother. He has a production company himself. He does all the takes for the Colorado Buffalo and stuff like that. So they just had a little if thing about him over the weekend. Last weekend, he's supposed to show up at a Cleveland high school, and one of the local ESPN radio hosts had a little if about it. And Shedeur's production team, he's like, yo, he didn't have nothing to do with this. He came in on his own. He didn't even consent to this, blah, blah, blah. I did this, whatever case may be. So the thing about it is, you have a former NFL son who's been around this shit his whole entire life. Like, let that shit sit out there. He's been around this shit his whole entire life. So his dad teaching him the ins and out of the shit. The only thing he has to do is get his ass on the field and show what he's worth. Now, did he had a blazing speed, a 4.2 sub 4.2 speed? We don't know because we didn't hear about him running that 40. Now, what we do know is, did he had out of all the quarterbacks that was drafted ahead of him, Dart,
Tyler,
the dude out of Louisville, Milrose. All right, Milrose.
Jackson.
This is what Shedeur has done, what nobody said that him and his dad couldn't do. You can't take your winning streak from Jackson State and go here to the Division I and win the games that you win that they did. They did that. So why wouldn't you feel like you the shit when you did something where the whole world done said that you and your dad couldn't do? Then y'all come out of it with a Heisman Trophy winner.
So I'm going to ask you a question. Do you think everything Chris Carter said was wrong? You think none of the stuff he said was like kind
Shedeur
of
made some wrong moves.
I'm sure it is, but what I'm saying is, what I want people to understand is, this is not your average NFL. He's been around the game his whole entire life. Look at his daddy. Now, granted, he doesn't have his daddy traits. His daddy is a Hall of Famer. We get all of that. But where does he get this bravado from? His dad is instilling this. Just like you instill in your children, you instill in yours, I was still in mine. This is what you want your kids to do.
And you're right, but bravado is one thing. But like he said, when you're going for a job interview, how much bravado do you bring with you?
When you the quarterback, supposed to be the face of the franchise, you gotta have confidence.
But you're not the face of the franchise yet. You don't think you might want to dial it back just a little bit?
I mean, again, but this is where it gets subjective. You feel what I'm saying?
Is it subjective because he fell? He should have been the Giants' pick.
Of course, but
he should have been where Jackson Dart is.
Let's get something straight. Dayball went with something that he felt comfortable with. Jackson Dart supposed to remind him of Josh Allen. But what I say to these people who all these quarterbacks went ahead of Shedeur, right? He had better numbers than every last one of those quarterbacks, and every last one of those quarterbacks that was taken ahead of him had better supporting cast. All he had now.
I don't know about Jackson Dart.
Yeah, Ole Miss, they was like number 10 in the nation. They would Jackson Dart. No, sir.
I know what you're saying. Look, I'm in SEC. I know.
So they was top 10. Yes, Ole Miss was top 10.
Ole Miss was top 10 because of their defense. It wasn't really necessarily because of their offense. Jackson Dart was just a good quarterback. That's all I was saying was like, you're saying all the teams had. No, Ole Miss was not as good as Colorado on offense. No, they weren't. they were decent, but Colorado was good on offense. Without a running back.
Your boy, do you forgot who's a coach at Ole Miss?
Lane.
Right. So you know Lane.
I know what
his offense.
I know. He's offensive, but
right.
All I'm saying is Colorado had a better offense than Mississippi. I don't think they had a better offense than Oregon. I don't think they might.
Oregon was ranked number one throughout the whole entire year.
Alabama might have been.
All I'm saying is outside of the Heisman Trophy, Travis Hunter. Feel what I'm saying? Every other quarterbacks had a better supporting cast than he did. Shedeur had the worst offensive line support out of all those other quarterbacks that went ahead of him. You feel what I'm saying? Now, again, we don't know what his speed was like because that never was played out. He didn't compete in an NFL draft. A lot of people don't. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like that what you put on the film is proven worthy, that's all that should count. And that's why you got Pro Day.
I think the best two quarterbacks went after the best two quarterbacks with the better offense, I'll say. Not the best two quarterbacks. Went after Shedeur, Quinn Ewers, and Will Howard.
He went all the way to 7th round.
That's what I'm saying.
And he had a chance. He had Texas told him to come back. He was going to make like $5 million. He turned that down.
He got goofed. He
turned that down.
He fumbled that.
So, again, you talking about your average college player coming in the league with money. If you're a top tier player in college, you coming in with money. You most likely, you're not making the NFL money. You feel what I'm saying? But you are making money. You're not broke. So the bravadoism is going to be there. Like, nigga, I'm a rich man. I'm not a billionaire, but I'm a millionaire. You feel what I'm saying? He's a millionaire. So I'm just like,
all we're saying is that Shedeur did make some mistakes.
But you got to understand. But you also got to understand when Chris Carter came in, he was a broke nigga. You feel what I'm saying? He wasn't making. They was making money in college, but they wasn't making no millions of dollars like these young cats doing now. So you talking about a different gen. So how somebody that doesn't have it will be subtle. Because, but
you're still going to somebody else for a job, so you.
But worst case, I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying. But worst case scenario, if Shedeur, let's just say for some reason he quit football, he's not gonna hurt.
No, he's good.
He's good.
But if we're going off your football acumen, act like
he
you
won all.
want to
He
be the
won
quarterback.
all. You see again. We don't know how he acted. We going off people judgmental of their observation.
When the thing came out about your dad saying, well, he gonna go to this team, he gonna go to that team. Why not just let them pick and show him how great this man is?
But did we have a problem with LeVar Ball? Dad got involved. Did we have a problem with the Mannies? Do all that? His dad is
like the difference. You misconstrued the Eli thing. Eli was a little bit bigger, and back in that's the quarterback they were looking for. You mentioned the other day that they're trying to go to a dual quarterback, dual threat quarterback,
right?
Which we know Shedeur is not.
No, he's not. He's a pocket.
He's a pocket passer,
right?
Jackson Dart is more of a dual threat.
Yeah, he is.
Then Jalen Milroe is more of a dual threat.
Correct.
Gabriel,
he's a dual threat.
You know what I'm saying? Tyler, I don't know what the hell he does. I don't even know how he got in the draft.
Right, exactly.
So, with the exception of him, but, with Shedeur, I just want to see the man ball.
He gonna ball. He gonna ball.
Get back up, because you're not starting over Kenny.
What? You're stupid.
You're not
He's starting over him.
Not Super Bowl
Shedeur
champion,
has an
Kenny
opportunity to be a starting at quarterback for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, and they have 4 quarterbacks.
Right.
Actually,
Flacco is just there to keep.
We forgot about Deshaun. Remember?
Oh yeah,
Deshaun not even gonna be. He's not even gonna be ready for this year.
I'm just saying, but we forgot that he's the quarterback.
Right, he's not
too,
even gonna be ready. So it's coming down. He has to battle between Gabriel and Kenny Pickett, which he can beat them both.
He can't beat Pickett.
He can beat Pickett.
Well, I'm rooting for Shedeur, and I'm hoping
they already said his jersey's like #1. Like I know that people going back the young man. You know what I'm saying?
The young fella.
And I hope that he does get the show out. I really hope he does. So we'll see.
Okay, yeah. I wanted to keep it moving to the WNBA because I had no idea the preseason started today.
Yeah, preseason started today.
Yeah, Washington Mystics, did they lose? Because I think that's what they do. Yeah, they lost 74-79 against the Fever. Caitlin Clark did not play today. Why? Is she injured?
Nope, because they just used her to sell tickets. That's it.
Probably not.
Okay.
I saw Paige get in the game.
Yeah, who is she with? The Mystics?
Yeah, the Mystics.
They was drafted by the Mystics?
They was number 1.
Oh, yeah. Paige, I saw Paige get in the game.
Oh, God. I feel sorry for her. She's being
Paige
DC.
going to turn it around.
No, she ain't.
When
has the franchise ever, from
like
the moment
that.
of its inception, that has been a franchise that has lost? I remember they drafted Shamika Holesclaw.
And she was supposed to turn it
around.
I mean,
well, she was turning bitches out, not around.
I mean, she still got. Don't do that. Don't do that. There you go. There you go.
I know my girls are back in. Is it Chicago? Cardosa and Angel Reese. Yeah, I saw my girls in the picture together. Yeah.
Let's see. You know,
Asia.
Who's gonna get hurt first?
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
I want them to.
So, who's your favorite to win MVP
this year?
This year,
it's gonna be Caitlin.
Yeah, I was gonna say he ain't gonna.
No,
did you see Caitlin Clark? She got muscles now. She's been in the gym.
My favorite for her is Caitlin. No, Asia.
What? I'm like, how y'all gonna disrespect Asia?
I was gonna say Caitlin Clark because that's what they want.
But
she's gonna have the media.
I got Asia or Wally Ogunleye down in the Dallas Wings.
I want to see that Seattle chick dunk on women.
Oh, the French chick.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, Asia's definitely my MVP choice. But Caitlin going to be in the conversation, I'm sure.
I mean, yeah, she'd be in the conversation. But Asia and Ogunleye, and yeah, of course you got to mention Caitlin Clark.
Oh, and Angel should be in the conversation too.
She ain't be in the conversation.
We'll see.
She got that jumper fit.
She did.
Yeah, as much as I root for Angel, I got to be honest about she's
jumper.
gonna get her board.
Yes,
she gonna get
She got to get a jumper.
Yeah, she's definitely got a space to fall.
Let's see. The Nuggets got eliminated tonight.
You say what?
I'm sorry, my bad.
The
Clippers got eliminated. Oh, my bad.
Like they came back after that whooping. We were
the Clippers got eliminated. Yep. So the OKC will be playing Denver, and we'll see a game 7.
Russ
tomorrow.
said, "I want to leave one losing franchise and come to the winners," and he whipped their ass at the team he just left.
So they
shit, Rusty go on a revenge tour.
Yeah.
OKC, I could give OKC.
Yeah,
some
they playing. OKC whooping their ass.
I don't know.
They're not beating the Nuggets.
The Nuggets are former. You say what?
The Nuggets are a broken team with no coach.
I don't know.
You're saying OKC?
So you said OKC?
Oh yes.
How many games?
I'll give them 5, gentlemen.
Ooh, you disrespecting.
5?
You disrespecting.
I at least give him 6.
Jokic, man, that's a former champion, former MVP, 2-time MVP.
Probably gonna be MVP this year.
Nah, that's shade. That's shade.
Okay,
That's shade. That's shade right there. SGA
What
right
you said,
there.
Buddha?
That's SGA. SGA got the best
got
record in the league.
Did we say
he leads the league in
Did we say
scoring.
Jokic had a 30-30 game?
Yeah,
30-30-20.
SGA has the most 30-point games in the season, and his team, for it to be stacked the way it is and still be blowing out teams by double digit by 15 points, that's a league record.
Hold on, stop. Let's get to the conversation at hand though, because last week he saw
boy,
it.
come on.
I go back and watch
Yeah,
clips
go ahead.
sometimes,
Yeah,
and he was
yeah.
like, I see how LA can get back in the series.
Right.
Well, they can next season.
They
Hey, listen, all I'm gonna say this: we lost. All right, we lost.
And nobody's
lost.
happier than Dallas.
We lost.
Fans.
Right, because the thing about it is, this is one thing you have to. Number one, let me. Fucking first of all, JJ, what's that? Game 4? 4.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
We are up double digit. You don't put no fucking reserves in at all. You got a 40-plus-year-old all-time leading scorer on the team and another young buck who got soft tissue issues, which we're going to address that later, shit like that, to where, you are wearing down your starting 5. We lose that game. Then we on brink of elimination, and fucking Rudy Gobert, 27 points, 24 rebounds. You wouldn't even put Jackson Hayes in all.
Gobert
Wouldn't even put him in all. He's a 7-footer. He could put a body on his ass to keep him from getting about 10 to 15 points. Right, exactly. I'm sitting here like JJ. So you sit here letting motherfucking LeBron James bang against fucking Rudy Gobert as well and Julius Randle. They wearing his ass down.
Let's be honest. Y'all knew when y'all sent AD ass up out of Dallas because he said he wanted another big man to bang with. Mm-hmm. That's what he's saying. I want somebody else to play with me down there. And y'all sent him out to talk about you supposed to be him.
Listen, I'm not questioning the trade. You feel me? It went down. I'm not questioning because what is showing the Dallas fans is why the Dallas Maverick organization did not want to give Luka that $350 million.
Why did they want to give it
because his ass needs to get in the fucking gym. Look at JJ Redick said this year commitment. He's taking a shot at Luka. Get your ass to the gym, nigga, because you got too many soft tissue injuries to where it's keeping your ass out longer than you're supposed to. Then on top of that, niggas, Minnesota attacking your ass based off with the blow-bys.
Luka the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Exactly.
Really is.
So I want you Dallas fans to thank Nico Harris because he saved y'all ass for getting locked in for the long-term contract for $350 million when they know this nigga gonna miss a third of the fucking season with soft tissue issues. Let's let that sit in. So they hoping. So this was Lakers. I don't fault what the Lakers did because Lakers saying, listen, nigga, you here at you see all these banners here. For you to be an all-time great, you need to win one, let alone a couple of them. Ain't no coming here. You sell the seats.
That's my thing, and I'll ask you about that in a second. Go ahead, though.
So you're not coming here just showtiming, nigga. You got to win a chip. You feel what I'm saying? So the exit meeting, what JJ said, conditioning.
Yes.
That was straight shot to Luka ass.
Yes, it was.
So Dallas fans, thank fucking goddamn Nico Harris because he just showed y'all asses what the fuck we had to deal with. Motherfuckers blowing by his ass. Nigga, you 20 what? How the fuck you tired? LeBron's supposed to be tired because he banging with the niggas. He banging with 7-footers and Julius Randle's a muscle-bound ass nigga. You sitting here, you half LeBron age, you suck and win. Make it make sense.
Damn, Luka.
I mean, and let's be honest, LeBron's the problem too now. He's a problem too now. As much as y'all love LeBron and stuff, he's a problem too now because he can't defend. So now you got two people out there who can't defend.
He's banging. Listen, you can't expect him. He's did good because he had average double digits and average double
he did good for a 40-year-old man out there playing ball with them boys.
So what I'm saying is, JJ didn't stagger his minutes to where if you're gonna play small ball, like Jackson Hayes was supposed to touch the goddamn floor. You didn't play this man. He's a 7-footer. He could put a body on somebody.
He played Maxi Kleber.
Yes, who hasn't played none for us the whole goddamn season. Like JJ, like you really had me thinking like, what the fuck is you doing? Like that was one of the most egregious coaching adjustments that was never happened. And you and LeBron on the podcast talking about motherfucking the game of basketball and shit. Nigga, you know you got a 40-plus-year-old man. You know you need that young buck Hayes down in the bang with Gobert to where he wouldn't look like the second coming of
and it
Supreme.
ain't even, it's just the like getting Gobert away. Even if you don't like, he still might drop 16, 18.
Right.
But you just need him out there just to be out
You
there
just
with him.
refuse to play the young man. Like, I don't get that. Yeah. So we lost. You're right. That. But again, Dallas fans, just look at why his ass got traded.
Okay, let's switch the conversation now.
Okay.
Let's go to the Minnesota side.
Yeah.
Oh, Ant-Man and
the
Beast.
game tomorrow.
Well, no. I'm talking about like Minnesota winning to LA. Like Ant-Man, he had an off game in game 5, but
Julius
like
Randle
Rudy
and McDaniels, they got off.
McDaniels is out.
No, McDaniels got off. He got off
on the last game.
The last 3 games, he was averaging over 20-something points a game.
No, I don't think the last game he had that many points.
Yeah, he was beasting. Yeah, he was a problem. AR didn't show up. He didn't show up. I just gave you praise, motherfucker. You getting the goddamn, you getting the fucking playoffs and goddamn choking shit. He didn't even show up.
Neck ain't do nothing.
I'm just like, bruh. No, motherfucker Hachimura, he played his ass off. Hachimura played his ass off. He was knocking them trades down, but I just like the coaching adjustment that wasn't there. JJ didn't play Hayes. It was like stupid as hell. You see Gobert is like unstoppable. Put the man out there. He's just as tall as he is. He can take up some space to where this man couldn't do that much damage.
So we'll talk about then their who possibly could be their challengers coming up. There's a game 7 tomorrow.
Houston and Golden State.
Golden State. Who you got?
I'm pulling for Houston.
Yeah, Houston, because that double big lineup is. We just got finished talking about what Minnesota did to my Lakers. It's the same thing going on with Golden State. They playing Steven Adams and goddamn
Steven Adams a big boy
and
too.
Sagoon, them big boys down there wearing down
pinball machines.
Right,
they
wearing down Jimmy Butler and
Draymond just bouncing them around like
right,
and
exactly.
I know that boy Steven that's a
Steven
big
Adams
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
So that double big is wearing down Golden State.
I like Houston because, like I was telling Dub earlier, Dylan Brooks versus Ant-Man. That's going to be classic. Oh, Dylan Brooks versus Ant-Man is going to be classic. I can't. Oh man, that's going to be classic.
Yeah, that's going to be.
That's going to be classic.
There's going to be kerfluffles in every series.
Right.
It's going to be classic.
So we all saying Houston
I like
wins.
Houston.
I'm pulling for Houston.
They at home.
Because whatever happens, Golden State is going to lose in the next round. They're not going to get to this.
Oh no, Golden State can't beat Minnesota.
So we're saying Houston and Minnesota and OKC and Denver.
Yeah.
And over in the
East Coast,
with
you're gonna have that's already set. That's Cleveland and aren't they playing Boston?
No, Boston
Cleveland
played
and Pacers.
Pacers and Boston
Knicks
play the
and
Knicks.
Now, the Knicks and Celtics, I'm excited about.
I'm excited for the
So
Cleveland.
how
Indy
many
series.
games? So who you got winning the series and how many games?
Oh, Boston's winning.
And how many?
I got Boston in
6.
6.
So 4-2.
Yeah.
I believe it could go to 7.
Nah. I don't think the Knicks got it. The Brunson, unless Brunson pulls some AI shit.
I believe they can go to 7 because if they.
I don't know if the Knicks got the firepower that Boston.
No,
has.
I'm not talking about firepower. I'm talking about the defense. If they can, because Boston gonna shoot threes like out the ass. That's what they're gonna do. If you can,
Boston gonna jack them
right.
up.
They gonna jack them up. They average about 33s a game. So if you can make them only make about half of that, at least 10 to 15, they can win.
They're gonna the way New York wins is like you say. You definitely gonna have to play hard defense, and you're gonna have to get physical.
Yeah, because
you're gonna have to get physical.
It's gonna be an interesting series because you got Hart, Mikal Bridges. Them two going to be like the 2 key pieces for the Knicks. We'll see how far this goes because Mikal, he probably be on between Brown or Tatum, and Hart gonna be on one of the two. You feel what I'm saying? So,
depends on what White does as well. I think White might have a good series. He always comes through in the clutch for some reason. Derek White definitely comes through in the clutch for some reason.
Cleveland.
That's the interesting one. And I got Indy.
What?
I got Indy.
How disrespectful you are. How you got Indy beating Cleveland?
Easy. I got Indy.
Please.
Oh, you
please.
tripping.
Yeah, you tripping.
Indy.
What you smoking?
I got Indy.
What you smoking?
I got Indy.
That's some
Indy
fire.
going in after beating.
You got Indy.
I got Indy going in after beating Milwaukee. Got their phone.
What?
Got
Milwaukee injured Milwaukee.
Cool. Milwaukee ain't gonna be the same again. Giannis probably gone.
He is gone. But that's another
Dame
story.
probably gone for the
that.
Dame out.
They can't trade him because he got his
Dame
because of injury. So he's stuck.
Get well soon, Dame, because
that Achilles.
Yeah.
So
Cleveland and
I got Cleveland winning 4-1.
I got
I don't.
Bro, you
Oh, you
talking
tripping.
Cleveland outside of OKC, Cleveland in defense and blowing out teams
Yeah, I
in
think
double
the finals
digits.
I got Indy.
I got Cleveland and Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals, and I have OKC and motherfucking Minnesota in the Western Conference Finals.
Okay. I got
And
Boston
I
Indy.
wouldn't be surprised Minnesota beats OKC in 7 and Cleveland beats Boston in 7.
Oh, I see Minnesota and Boston.
So you got I see a Minnesota and Cleveland NBA matchup.
I see
finals.
Minnesota and Boston.
You talking about ratings, unusual cities in the finals, Minnesota and Cleveland.
That's gonna have low ratings.
Yeah.
People don't watch unless it's Boston or Los Angeles or a major city.
I got you, but we gonna have some. We gonna have Cleveland.
LeBron?
We gonna have Cleveland and Minnesota.
Cleveland without
Look,
LeBron.
we gonna have Cleveland and Minnesota.
Ain't nobody.
It's
The only
gonna-
other
look.
team that's gonna draw a crowd is Denver.
It's still it's still
Jokic.
look. I don't see OKC is beating Denver, so it's
Yeah,
gonna.
I mean,
it's
I
gonna
agree
be.
with you.
It's gonna be a small city, and only big city outside of New. See, 2 big cities is
Boston
about to
and
knock
New
each
York.
other off. Boston and New York. So it's gonna one come out of the East. In the West, you got the same thing. You got Houston. Well, Houston is the only big city left in the West.
Yeah.
The rest of them is small.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, so we are talking about Giannis. Where's Giannis going to end up next season?
I heard
Spurs.
That's what
I keep
heard.
hearing the Spurs,
I
but who
heard
are they
that.
going to give up? Because they got to trade.
Of course, well, the Spurs got to protect the top 10 pick, and it depends on how that lot that.
Didn't they just get Rookie of the Year?
Yep,
Stephen Castle.
Steve Castle.
Oh yeah, we gotta cover the awards.
But they got that, but it also depends on where that draft lottery come in at, because they get a top 5 or top 10 pick.
They may not need Giannis.
Come on, Charlotte.
They-
Come on,
right,
Charlotte.
so
Giannis ain't going to no damn Charlotte.
No. For the draft. We need
So
that
they
number
try-
one pick. Like, come on, Charlotte. We need that.
Yeah.
Cooper
So
flag.
that's
Come
all.
on.
That's the only thing. Outside of San Antonio, it's up in the air because
trade Melo with
because
nice
Houston. I keep
Yeah,
hearing
blood.
Houston. I keep hearing Durant name getting linked
I heard
to
that
that
too.
team. to the Houston team. So,
well, yeah, KD's gonna go to Houston or I've heard him going to San Antonio too.
Since Pop has retired and he's now president.
Before we jumped off the Lakers, does LeBron losing in the first round, does it hurt his legacy?
No. Because this team ain't got a squad.
I mean, he has won. He has won multiple. He has won multiple championships with
at every franchise he's played with.
You said that you need to win one or more,
which he
rings
has.
with the Lakers.
He won one.
So he's a all-time Laker great.
No,
I mean, depends. He's a top 20 Laker.
Yeah, he is, but
that's by default.
Yeah,
because he won a championship.
His number.
Is he an all-time Laker great?
No, he's not, because to be an all-time Laker great, you got to be there your whole career.
Well, not your whole career, because Kareem ain't a. He's an all-time
there the whole career. I know Shaq's
he's not. He's okay. He's not an all. They are not all-time Laker greats. All-time Laker greats is like Jerry West or Kobe Bryant. Feel what I'm saying? Now you can rank them in however.
So the only thing that qualifies is they had to have been with the Lakers their whole career. Then there's like 3 or 4 superstars.
Yeah, Kobe, Jerry West,
Magic.
Magic.
And who's to say
Worthy?
Who's to say Magic would have ended up retiring as a Laker?
Cooper was there too his whole career, wasn't
Exactly.
he?
AC. No, wait. He went to Dallas.
Yeah, I think AC Green was in Dallas. Yeah.
Kurt Rambis.
But you still have to get, because AC spent the majority of his career as a Laker, and he was with the great squad. So I would think he would be a Laker great too.
Yeah,
he's an all-time great virgin.
So, but like I said, to be an all-time, in my book, an all-time great, you had to been at least majority of your career as a Laker.
You said a majority now?
I
the
mean,
field goal post?
I'll say majority.
Majority's fair.
Majority is fair.
I mean, that's fine, but you said your whole career.
Because again,
players don't stay in one city or state.
not now.
How many Shaq gave y'all? How many years Shaq gave y'all?
He gave us.
He was around.
He gave
About
us.
7,
We
8.
went to 5 finals. We went to 5 finals and won 3 of them. So
Shaq
he
was 6,
7 years.
And because he was in Cleveland, he was in Boston.
And he went to Miami. He was in Miami.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a D rider.
Yeah.
He was a champion.
They was just
chasing that ring.
Chasing the ring.
Chasing that ring.
Because Kobe
Nigga
won.
put a Boston Celtics jersey on.
Right. Like, how the fuck you
all
go from...
just to say he had one more than Kobe.
Right.
Phoenix. He had no business in Phoenix.
He had no business.
After Miami.
He had no he won a chip with Miami though.
I said after
Miami, he should have called it quits.
Yeah, you're right, because he should not been in no Boston and none of that shit.
Yeah.
He just wanted that money.
That's like,
he just wanted that
that's
Kobe
like seeing
ring.
Pat Ewing run around in an Orlando Magic jersey. Like, what the fuck is this?
Or just like Jordan,
or
or just
Hakeem
like
in
Jordan,
Toronto.
or Jordan running around the Wizards.
Yeah, like.
But we know why he had to do that. That's a way to get ownership.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, I also wanted to shout out Greg Pop because he is retiring.
Yeah, Pop.
From coaching
He's going to basketball
be
operation.
team president.
Is Pop the GOAT?
Yeah, he's an all-time leading wins for coach.
All-time winner.
Got 5 championships.
Yeah.
Yep, and with the same team, just with the Spurs, just
And his coaching tree.
That puts him above Phil Jackson.
Yeah, it does.
And he's less racist.
Yeah.
What you mean?
I mean, Phil Jackson was kind of
hate
cool too. Though
niggas.
I heard he was kind of.
Wait a minute, how that puts him above Phil Jackson?
Because Pop speaks up for black causes. Okay. And Phil Jackson hates him.
Pops does.
Okay,
does
well, I
speak up
ain't
for black
even gonna
causes.
hate on that.
Yeah.
Pop he's the GOAT. He is the GOAT coach.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hate on Pop. Pop did his thing.
Look, had that run.
His coaching tree is deep.
Went with David Robinson to Tim Duncan, and then Tim Duncan.
Yeah, and he has women, and Pop dates women his own
Tim
age,
Duncan,
apparently.
Manu, and Tony Parker.
Yeah.
Steven Jackson, Bruce
David
Bowen.
Robinson.
Yeah, like
Yeah, he made it work. He knew how to draft.
All right.
He had the right
Before
GM.
we slide out of here, because I know that was our last topic.
Yes, it
I
was.
wanted to do this one topic because it was the hottest thing on the internet.
What is that?
What,
You
the
know,
stupid 100?
yeah, the 100 men versus the
The
gorilla.
experts have already rated in 100 men can take down a gorilla. The first 20 are getting fucked up. There's your argument.
What's that? They talking about by hand or with weapons?
By hand.
By hand. So experts who know animals, 100 men can overpower. It's just
that's
the first
overkill.
20.
It's
are gonna
probably
get
more than
jacked
20.
up.
It's probably more than 20. It's probably more than 20.
Now, I want to know if you talking about
and
men.
then how are you going to kill it?
Yeah, exactly. You talking about
choking?
Yeah, how you choking that motherfucking neck, man? You saw how big that nigga neck is.
This when it gets stupid. Like,
Nah, this is
kick him in the balls.
This is where I say. This is where I say he going. If you saying they have no weapons, they're using their bare hands.
Just hand.
What's the average size of these niggas? What's the height and size?
I assume they're just working men.
Nah, they're not.
No.
Those are dead. Those are
100 motherfuckers ain't killing no
100
goddamn
Mies
gorilla.
is not doing
Because
nothing.
that gorilla, that 100 what?
UFC.
Nah.
And then
If you ain't got no motherfucking weapon, it's a wrap.
The biggest thing with us, one thing about humans is morale. You see the first 10 niggas get
slaughtered,
dismantled.
You ain't trying to
all that,
and you ain't got no weapon. You ain't trying to go. You
who else
hesitant.
running up there?
If you second guess, you dead.
And then they talk about we all gonna rush him. If you've ever seen anybody get jumped, anybody, and we've all seen somebody get jumped, only so many people can get on the target.
Right.
Only so many people
And
can get on
then
said
once you
target.
get on the target, nigga, you already know it's like you said. You see the carnage before it gets to you. You like, man, I ain't going up in this motherfucking shit. Now, if you had a knife or maybe a knife or
You
a
need a
goddamn
sword.
gun,
Knife ain't doing it.
I know that, but no. If you got 100 motherfuckers with some knives, you can do some damage. They can stab that motherfucker, right? They can get his ass.
But
you feel what I'm saying? But if you talking about with your bare hands, ain't nothing. Because the psychological of you seeing niggas getting their ass ripped apart, them other 60 motherfuckers ain't going to try to jump up in there.
With a motherfucker.
Right,
That's
exactly.
what's going to happen. You
Exactly.
see this thing get beat with a couple of people, you like, you know what? Morale's everything.
Exactly.
That's what wins wars.
Exactly.
You see the gorilla fuck up these first 20 people, I'm done.
That's why you notice in different generations. Right. Is he gonna bite me in my fucking face and shit? He gonna rip my goddamn arm off and shit?
You know this had to be white people that came up with this, because ain't no niggas sitting around like if 100 of us ran up on this.
We ain't around no fucking nature. Half of us scared of fucking roaches and shit.
And I can tell we don't look at nature either. Nature videos, because you would have known that
gorilla
niggas is going to get fucked up.
That motherfucking gorilla can move about 20 miles an hour, 15, 20 miles, getting up just on his hands and shit. That nigga can move. So, and this nigga, he about 400 pounds.
A gorilla actually is.
Gorillas are strong. They'll do damage.
Do you say it do damage? Like,
Nigga, they gonna kill you.
He gonna go through a lot of them.
Kill you.
Now, about 60, he probably getting tired.
Again, but he still have enough energy, and like you said, the morale is gonna fuck everybody
And
up.
we've never fought out of a position of fighting for your life. That's what animals do. They
Right.
fight for their lives.
It's fight and flight. Fight or flight.
So
if they can't beat you, they out.
We'll give it to the 100, but whew,
I ain't giving it to that 100. I'm giving that gorilla. If you talking about 100 coming with bare hands, no, that gorilla killing every last one.
You gonna scratch? I thought, what about the nigga? You know, the one sneaking behind him, to sneak him from the back.
I don't give a damn. You know why? Because again, you have nothing in your hand to kill this motherfucker. And
Can't pierce his skin.
he's bigger than if you talking about, I don't give a fuck, the nigga's 6'6", 260. That nigga 400 pounds.
Yeah.
At least 9 times stronger.
Yes.
Go ahead and jump on this back.
He gonna rip your fucking face off, man. Like I said, bro, the morale of seeing somebody,
will
the
decline
carnage,
quickly.
The carnage of motherfuckers getting their ass towed up. Niggas ain't bum rushing that shit. Now, if you come with some knives or a fucking sword or something, all right, you might have a chance.
That's
there.
why humans came up with guns and shit like
Right.
that, because
I'm
they
gonna
knew
kill you from
there's just
afar,
certain
bitch.
things you just
I'm
couldn't
gonna kill you
fucking
from
do.
afar, motherfucker. Boo, 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 boo. Yeah, you kill his ass, then.
Okay, I got one more thing. We were talking about Benny's. You said it was mid. I thought it was all right. I've heard better, but I was going through Ransom's catalog. Ransom is super nice. Ransom is super.
For those who
nice.
don't know who Ransom is, he's part of Big X. That's the Ransom you talking
No,
about?
I'm talking about Ransom from the A-Team. Ransom from Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Ransom, what is it, duffel bag?
Gotcha.
Yeah, duffel bag Ransom. Ransom's amazing. You hear anything good this week? Any good music?
Boldy's album disappointed me. Benny's album disappointed me. Yeah, I'm not happy with the current releases of hip hop this week. Something else was supposed to have came out that I was supposed to listen to, and I haven't. So, yeah, I was just disappointed with both releases this week.
For the kids waiting on, because I heard whatchamacallit getting ready to drop his album, Young Thug. It ain't going to sound the same. He can't talk about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He cannot talk about nothing. So I'm wondering to hear what it's going to sound like. Just a bunch of babbling, more than likely, like it always does. But yeah, he can't say nothing. So I wouldn't be too excited for the album.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody agree with you. Ransom is hot.
Oh, Ransom's that dude. Duffel bag is crazy.
Yeah.
I know that nigga already.
All right.
Who, Duffel bag? Ransom old as hell.
So,
Cinco de Mayo's Monday.
Oh, back up. Hey, man, we would like to appreciate y'all for allowing to get to that 5,000 shares.
Yeah. 5,000 subscribers.
5,000 subscribers.
Like, share, subscribe.
We need
comment.
to hit that 10K, people. 10K.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Share.
Like I was saying before, Monday is Cinco de Mayo. Next Sunday, Mommy Day.
Mother's Day.
So
Samba
we got a
Day.
big week coming up on us. Make sure y'all be mindful, show love to moms next Sunday because they definitely deserve it. We'll have a show next week, I'm sure, to remind everybody before it gets here.
okay. Well,
I might want to go.
Thank y'all